hanging out with the dogs, do some Q&A. Yeah. Oh, Clovey, be nice. Clovey says, only I get to play. Oh, no growling. Oh, no growling. These dogs are ridiculous. Oh, Clovey. Bam. Fierce little Bam Bam. But yeah, whenever we go live, guys, when we first hop on, as people are joining us and everything, we always like to tell people to comment and say where they are watching from. And Gabby, I'll read some of them off. And then we'll jump into some Q&A and whatnot. Let's see, sanctuary updates. Nessie's pond is done. That's exciting. Fence is done, pond is done, and we are going to be moving her into her new pond. What day is today?
Thursday, in a week.
Yeah, a week from today. We're going to move her in. We're just organizing it so that we have Dr. Colbert here, so that once we actually catch her, we can try to have him do a full medical check and all that.
You didn't want me to ask him if she can come with
Sure.
X-rays?
Sure.
I was going to say maybe of her jaw or her teeth.
Yeah, we totally should.
Okay. So, yeah. Don't let me forget about that. I'll text her.
Yeah. I mean, other than her messed up jaws and stuff, I want to check her teeth is the big one that I really want to look at. Her teeth just seem so underdeveloped. And, we always put that under the umbrella of MBD, metabolic bone disease, but that's like such a big, broad, like umbrella term of all kinds of more specific things. So I don't really know what's going on with her teeth. Why are they so small? Because like, look at Aquila. Aquila's teeth are huge and like big and impressive. They're thick, they're long. Nessie's teeth are all very small. They're very thin. They're just very underdeveloped in general. Other than that, the rest of her body condition looks great. She looks very healthy, otherwise, except for the jaws and the teeth. So it'd be great to do blood work and kind of figure all that stuff out.
All right, we have some people on. Hello from Jacksonville. Clisty is on. Carol Hannon's on.
Awesome.
Mark Foster, hi from the UK.
Starting to rain.
Someone said maybe it was poor diet.
Yeah. Oh, I am quite sure.
I feel like a lot of people feed meat and not bones and organs and stuff.
Yeah.
Is it raining?
It is raining. Yep.
We can move it into the house if we have to.
We'll see. It's barely raining, so we'll give it a few and we'll see.
It hasn't rained all day. It hasn't rained in 6 months. And now it's gonna rain. Yeah, I think it's gonna rain. Look at the sky.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, we might have to end this live and resituate ourselves in the living room. We're gonna see. I just messaged Kim to see if she was free on Thursday.
Oh, it's raining.
Okay, she's free.
Awesome. Oh, it's raining, Clovey. Oh, it's raining, Clovey. Clovey hates the rain. It might pass. Gabby's making these faces. Anyways, though. Yeah, so that's exciting that her pond is done. Then we are going to try to do the next turtle pond. We got to get the liner. We don't have the liner for it yet, but like future projects, doing another turtle pond is very big. High on the list because we did get a donation specifically for that. So I do want to try to do that. Oh yeah, you have a cover.
Getting rained on. Diana asked a really good question. Diana's a really big supporter. What is done with the baby alligators in the roadside stands when they aren't babies? Like once they get over that 4 feet?
Yeah, so typically what those places have is a deal with a larger facility where they will take the baby alligators, keep them. So they're running under the 4 feet and under permit. So in Florida, you have either like your normal permit for adult size animals, like obviously what we have, or you can get a 4 foot and under permit that allows you to keep smaller 4 feet and under gators at any place. People have them in their house. I think that should be done away with. I think that that should be taken out of the Florida law. I really don't agree with that, and I've done past videos talking about it. I think there are scenarios where that can be a good thing, but I think most of the time that allows for a very abusive situation. So I think that that law should be taken away. But anyways, to her question, that's what they're running under. So they will have them until they reach 4 feet, and then they'll switch them back with the main facility that they're working with, and trade them out and get new ones.
Although I think it is getting harder to do that because a lot of these facilities are tired of getting babies back in horrible condition, you
Yep.
know?
Well, it depends on what the facility does, because if they are the kind of place that is just going to kill them for
Right,
their
like a
skin
farm or
anyways, they don't
something, yeah,
care.
true.
So it does depend, you know.
Yeah, so, like, a lot of these, like, tourist attractions or even, like, some gas stations, when you visit Florida, you'll see, baby alligators and tanks and stuff, but they are working under somebody else's permit, basically, as, like, loan or, like, lease or something like that.
Yeah.
So, which, I mean, back to the whole thing about how potentially unethical it is to be switching them out, or it's just kind of annoying for us. Like, our mission is nuisance alligators. That was our mission, and now it's like rehabbed alligators because we work with Kim, and there's so many rehabbed alligators that need placement or else they're going to be euthanized. But our mission is not pet alligators, and it's not to save a facility who didn't plan for the future, and now their alligator's too big, and now they need to dump it on a sanctuary. Like,
Yeah, people
and
contact us about giving us their alligators once they graduate the 4 foot mark, and I'm like, no,
no, that's not. Yeah,
that's not my problem, dude. That you created that
where
situation.
you made money doing photos with that gator, and now that you
Yeah,
can't make money or it's too big, you want to dump it on us. And I don't know, it really rubs us the wrong way.
yeah, I'm
Like,
not
a
a fan of that.
facility is not a sanctuary is not a dumping ground. Like, I know people think it is, but it's really not.
Well, I know we know people who have caiman in their apartments at the under 4 foot thing, and they're running that, and they're like, yeah, when it gets big, I'll just donate it to some, I'm like, no, you're gonna dump it on somebody else. That's the real thing. You're gonna use this animal for your, in these situations, your
Attention.
clout, your attention-seeking behavior, and then once it's too big, then you dump it on somebody else's. Their problem. You get a new one, so you can just continue to use it. You know.
Yeah. So we get a lot of airboat, places that reach out and they're like, I have chosen your sanctuary as his retirement. It's like, oh, you have. Because we haven't. Like, we don't have,
Oh, I just
obviously.
coughed into the mic. Sorry.
Nice. We don't have, like, the I don't want to say the space, because, like, obviously we have the property, but we don't have the enclosures or, like, the
What?
funds for that. Again, our mission and our priority will always be nuisance and rehabbed, and, like,
Now, if we had our communal pond working,
as Bambi grumbling into the mic, by the way.
oh, Bam is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Sorry,
hard to
guys,
do
we're,
her.
we're killing these mics. If we had our communal pond operational, um, then yeah, that would be easy enough to just put them in there and move on. We could take so many more animals. Why don't we have the communal pond done? Because that's the next question, of course. People, super expensive. So our quote that we got on that to do concrete on that was 80 something $1,000, and we cannot possibly afford that.
Can you please turn the camera in 16:9 formatted? I have no idea what that means.
Mm,
Does that mean, like, turning it this way, like horizontal?
maybe
I don't know what that means, but
like
when
for
you're
the live or for
yeah,
videos.
I don't know.
Well, for the live, we don't do any format changes. That's just what YouTube presents.
Yeah, it's just easier when it's vertical for me to, like, read comments. We started off as horizontal, and the comments disappear a lot faster. So yeah, Cal is just eating grass.
Mm.
The dogs are kind of obsessed with
Oh, he's
eating
dead.
grass.
He's
Yeah.
gonna die.
So somebody said if they sponsor and pay for a pond, maybe. So that's the thing.
Yeah, right.
Nobody wants to pay for that. And, like, respectfully, even a $100 donation,
It
that
doesn't do
that
anything.
doesn't do anything for us to take your alligator. Like, these ponds are $20,000. So
Yeah.
if somebody had a pet and they're like, listen, a pet gator, and they're like, listen, I need a place for him. I just need this space. I will pay for the enclosure and this, like, okay, we can talk. But if you're just
Well,
going to dump your gator on us,
it's also because we have worked on the other side of this at facilities, and like I know the money generated, so that's the big one for me is like I've worked at places. I've seen baby gate hold a baby alligator, take a photo. I've seen that make over $1,000 in a day at some of these facilities, and so they just make money all day, every day off those baby alligators, and then it gets too big. Not my problem. Dump it on somebody else. Oh, well, can you help fund the enclosure? Oh, no, we can't afford that. I'm sorry. Yeah, you can. I know the kind of money that is made from that sort of thing.
yeah,
So,
Chris has compared it to like cub petting, which is illegal now.
oh, yeah.
But you're using the baby alligator for photos and for
Yep.
this and that, making so much money, and then oh, it's 4 feet, not my problem anymore. Bye.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not.
and to be on the receiving end is crappy. Like you're making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year doing this, and then you want to dump it on a sanctuary that runs off of like donations. Like it really rubs me
Well,
the wrong way.
the other part that makes it really difficult is the size class that is the most difficult for housing because it's too big to be with other babies. It's too small to go with real adults. So like you have to have a teenager pond. So even if we had our communal pond done, we wouldn't be able to put them in there anyways. I didn't think about that when I said it earlier, but that is something that like you would have to have. One of the places I worked at, they had probably 6 different ponds where they had like hatchlings and then like 2 to 3 year olds and then 4 to 5 and then da 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 da, and that's really how you need to house them by those size classes. And it's not even really by age, it's by size class, and that way they are in an environment where they are within similar size ranges that they can't kill each other, because if you put a 4 foot 5 one in with an adult, it's going to kill it.
Non J Hall just sent a $10 super chat.
Thank you.
Did the baby owl that was on the tree limb get back into the nest, or was mom taking care of it?
So the mom is taking care of it, and we can hear them. We've been hearing them all day today. Every day we can hear them out there calling, and it seems like now they have developed enough that they're spreading out. So one of them is way up in the tree, and then the other one is further back in some different tree now.
But yeah, the parents are doing a really good
Yep.
job. Gamer Galaxy said, I woke up and I want to spend my birthday with someone, and I hope you all are doing well.
Ah,
Well, happy birthday.
happy birthday.
Ronnie just gifted 5 GatorChris memberships.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so if you are a member on here, what you get is early access to all the videos. So basically, what I do is I set a video to upload, and on our horrible Wi-Fi, that often takes hours. So once it uploads, I don't know when that's going to be, depending on the Wi-Fi. So I set it to upload for members only first. So like if you remember, you got to see today's video that I posted went live for members last night. And so you had all that time,
How old is Rick? She's got to be in her early 20s at the very
Yeah.
least, early 20s. Let's see. You guys are amazing. Your patience is mind-blowing. Thank you for everything you do. My family has learned so much from you and continue to every day.
Awesome. Thank you.
Let's see. Bob Vandewalker just sent a $30 super chat.
Thank you, Bob.
Hi, when the crocs go into a death roll, how do they achieve the torque that is needed in the water? Do they use the prey as leverage?
So if they're in the water, they're really using their tail more than anything. So that's why handling, even in just a foot of water, makes a major significant difference in the amount of power that animal can exert. Whether that's shaking side to side or death rolling, just 1 foot of water makes a massive difference in the animal's capability because the tail is able to work against the water. Now, if they're on land, obviously they can still death roll, they can still thrash and all that kind of stuff, but it's way more effective for them to do it in the water.
What are our dogs' names?
So Clover, Ocala, and then
They're
Bam.
all off camera right now. So
No, you can't see them?
no.
Oh.
Oh, you can see Ocala a little bit. Leslie just sent a $5 super chat.
Thank you, Leslie.
How did Tadpole do with the other babies?
So far, so good. Yeah, we
She was
saw.
basking,
Yeah, she was in there basking.
which is a great sign because Patches isn't even really basking yet. Patches is still.
I saw Patches basking.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's
Well,
great
once.
that, yeah, exactly, in a year. But the fact that Tadpole's already basking is a really good sign. So yeah, she's doing great. We have not gotten any alligator eggs from anybody yet.
Yeah. Well, we wouldn't. We would not yet either for this season. Oh,
TM Meow sent a $5 super chat.
thank you.
Has Prickles grown much? Seems so from watching.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I'd say Prickles is like,
Full grown now.
yeah, adult size now.
Yep. And people were like, oh no, like when we first got her, that's a full grown one. I'm like, there's no way. Like she's definitely a baby.
Yeah.
Like she's 6 months max. But now she's, an adult.
Oh, let me say this too. Sorry, I don't know what's going on in my throat. I was going to say, if you guys, I had a lot of positive responses for people on the whole clavicular video.
What
As
is a
ridiculous as that is,
clavicular?
but I had a lot of positive responses about doing more of these, like, I used to call them like Croc Talk discussion videos. So if you guys have any ideas on topics to do longer discussion videos like that, let us know. Because I'm always on the lookout for more topics, especially like in that case, is doing something that is topical, happening in the right now. So when those things come up in the news, it's a good thing to talk about. But even outside of that, I've noticed like my most viewed videos are typically about a topic. I know the majority of my videos are the vlogs, just showing what happens at the sanctuary, but by far the most viewed videos on this channel are when I talk about like a topic in depth like that.
Quantum Whisper sent a $5 super chat.
Thank you.
Do gators plan ahead before doing something, or do they operate mostly on instinct alone?
Well, those are not mutually exclusive. Planning ahead, if you don't plan ahead, it doesn't mean you're just going on instinct, so it's not one or the other. Do they, the times where they do plan ahead, I would say has more to do with instinct actually. So that's like nesting behavior, when they start making a nest, they probably don't know why they're doing it yet. If it's the first time for a female laying eggs and she starts building the nest, she doesn't even know why she's building the nest. So I would say that that's something that, interestingly enough, planning ahead is typically more of an instinctual thing. But anyways, no, most of their actions are from learned behavior from experience. So like I was talking about this the other day with this other guy about how they need socialization skills and they develop socialization through time. It's not instinctual. So yeah, most of the behavior is actually learned behavior through experience, not just instinctual behavior, interestingly enough. But generally, they don't plan ahead.
Best friend 22 sent a $10 super chat.
Thank you.
I like alligators. Nice, Chris. I don't like Uzbekistan though. Uzbekistan.
Yeah, Uzbekistan.
What's that? A country?
Country.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I like alligators too. Let's see. My dad loves this channel. Can I see your alligators or no?
Oh, well, we don't have Wi-Fi where the gators are, so we can't go live with them. This is about as far as we can get right here. This is a turtle pond.
I was wondering if there's a reason you keep Olaf separate from Chloe and Cupid.
Olaf is significantly bigger. So they're all three different species of cockatoo, actually. But Chloe and Cupid are very similar in size and they get along, but Olaf is much bigger than they are. So we want to keep them separated.
Yeah, and he will go at it if he gets jealous.
Yeah.
Does Big Mac's bad leg give him any discomfort?
Not that he shows. The thing with alligators, they have, well, for one, they have a very high pain tolerance, but we are not able to interpret very well when they are in pain. It is difficult to tell. So which brings up an interesting topic is that whether or not an animal exhibits a feeling is 100% dependent upon your ability to notice any manifestation of said feeling. And so for humans, our ability to see whether or not they exhibit a behavior completely leads to our assumption as to whether or not they even possess the ability to have such feeling, which is insane. That's like saying, oh, well, if we were to take this to an extreme case, if my dog died and I didn't cry, then I obviously show no sadness at all, and I'm incapable of having such a feeling because I just didn't physically show it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just an insane assumption to make, and we make this all the time with animals. If fish don't feel pain, everybody says that all the time. They don't feel pain. What? Because they can't cry like a human? So obviously, then they don't feel. Like, it is such an insane amount of assumption that humans make about animals.
Anita Parker said, "Hey guys, I had some identity fraud. So much work, but all good now. I thought the look smacking videos on TikTok were fake, and it's very sad for young men."
Yeah, well, sorry about hear about the identity fraud thing. That is really scary. You know, we had something like that happen with a Caterpillar. Happen with us recently, where I had somebody trying to take out student loans in my name,
You had to
and
file a whole police report and everything.
yeah, I had to go file a police report.
Anita just sent us a $100 super chat.
Oh, thank you, Anita. Thank you so much. But
Yeah, somebody took out a student loan on like an online college, and the only reason he even knew is because he had like a notification for a hard credit pull.
yeah, so I got a hard credit pull, and I was like, huh, that was weird. Well, okay. What makes this even more strange is at that time, it's right when I got a new phone and I wasn't able to log into my bank account on my new phone because I forgot my password. So I wasn't able to log in, and then I couldn't pay off my credit card bill. So then I kept on getting a bunch of notifications about my credit, like, hey, your credit score is going down. Your credit score is going down because you're not paying off your car because I can't get into my bank account. So it was like, I just had all these emails about it. And so I was like kind of ignoring them because I'm like, yeah, I know. And then I saw, you know, I'm like skipping through and just not looking at them. And I saw one with a slightly different headline. I'm like, oh, I opened that one. Oh, you had a hard credit pull. And I'm like, oh, wait, what? So then I had to call the credit bureau, you know, and then they're like, oh, yeah, it was from Department of Education. And I'm like, huh? I graduated forever ago. So then they didn't have any answer. So I had to call Department of Education and talk to somebody there. And then they had to look up the university that the credit pull is for. And then I had to call them. And then they told me, yeah, it was just
They couldn't cancel it without a police report.
without a police report. It was insane. So somebody's trying to take out a fraudulent loan in my name. It was just crazy, but it was also very difficult to even get it where it did notify the right people or to figure out what was even going on. And then also, I learned a lesson from this for you guys, just so you know, you should freeze your credit. Just keep it frozen.
What does that mean?
So like, all my credit is frozen right now. So you freeze your credit so it can't be used until you unfreeze it. And so if you are not planning on using your credit for anything, just keep it frozen. Because I had this happen. The whole reason why any of this happened at all is I had another identity fraud thing happen to me years ago. So I froze my credit and I kept it frozen. And I think what did I unfreeze it for?
To buy the house, maybe?
No, it was something more recent. Yeah, anyways, the point is that my credit was only unfrozen for like 6 months before I had another attempt of identity fraud. So like, just, if you're not doing anything, keep it frozen, because it is insane how rampant this is now. Sorry. Anyways, back to animals.
Best friend has sent another $10. Super chat. Thank you. They want to know if it's possible to breed and release angry alligators into the country they don't like.
No. Okay. That is not a thing. No. What is on your head?
Kirsty just donated $10 or sent a $10 super chat.
Oh, well, thank you.
About the AI videos, it is said by experts that there will be a massive collapse of the AI industry because it takes massive amounts of capital to run it, and no one has figured out how to make it profitable yet.
Yeah, the bubble.
So you think it's gonna?
That's what they're saying. It's the AI bubble, and so they just pulled Sora, which is one of the biggest generators of this content. They just pulled the plug on that. So the AI bubble is looking like it's starting to collapse, and so hopefully it'll get rid of all this AI content.
Yeah, the AI stuff is just. I mean, it can be used for like some good, but most of it is just brain rot, and it's terrible for the environment.
Well, it's I would say it is just like any other tool. AI itself is not inherently bad. Just like a hammer is not a bad thing, but you can either build a house, or you can crack your neighbor's head with it. It's all in how you use it, you know?
Dark Humor just sent a $100 super chat.
Wow, thank you so much. No question with it?
Now that I can see.
Okay, well, thank you, Clover. I think AI is great for asking questions, and like looking things up, and instead of like digging through page after page after page on Google like we used to have to do, you could put it in an AI search engine and it gives you an answer. And then if it's not
Yeah.
clear, you can talk to it like a person and get the answers you want. So I think it's very useful in that way. But again, it is a tool, and whether or not it's good or bad is completely dependent upon how you use it.
Yeah, like again, we're not promoting AI. We understand it's terrible for the environment. But like the other day, Chris and I are landscaping the front of our house finally, because again, we're getting ready to open up for tours and we're trying to make everything look nice. All the plants, I had to make sure that they were not toxic. So instead of me sitting there and Googling and reading through, like you just plug it into AI and it says, yes, this is toxic. Yes, this is moderate. No, this is, so it's just a lot more convenient.
Yeah. But that use is not that energy consumptive as is generating entire video.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, it totally depends.
Yeah, I guess that is true. Yeah.
But then but then here's the other thing. Oh my God, used a whole bottle of water to get your answer? That's so terrible for the environment. Let's just go bomb everybody and just dump billions of dollars worth of bombs on people who didn't do it. Like, you want to talk about bad for the environment? Like, you know? It's just the world is a crazy place, guys.
Yeah. Bella is not in this pond, just turtles and fish. Come here, Bam Bam. Sorry, I'm trying to look at Bambi's teeth. Come here, teeth, Bam.
Yeah, we got to figure out the Wi-Fi and get it where we can go live with the gators.
It's
What?
got a big chunk of plaque over her teeth.
Oh, that's what that was?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Come here, Bam. It's disgusting, Bam.
Wipe your fingers before you touch my phone. That's gross.
Let's see. Do you plan to move the saltwater crocs into their new homes before or after they are not afraid of you? And is there any benefit to either?
Good question. Yeah, we should do it after they're not afraid of us, because once you're in the bigger habitat, it is way more difficult to interact with them. That's a very good point. So the saltwater croc ponds we haven't even broken ground on them yet. We've just planned it out so far. But yeah, the original idea I had with those temporaries before they got filled up with crocodiles is to put every new alligator into the temporary, because then it's in a very small area. So I can interact with it and start training and teaching it before it goes into the big pond. Because that's what we ran into with Dino, is we put those females right from the wild straight into a big pond, and then they just disappear in there. And then it takes forever to get them to come around and work with you and train with them, because they can hide and escape from you. So it is, we definitely want to get them working with us before we put them in the big one.
Dino looks so happy and active. Is a plan to keep weight on him for lead treatment?
For what?
Lead treatment.
Yeah, we definitely want to get him back up and healthy to a good weight. He's still not as big as he should be, so we're just going to keep on packing on the pounds on him and feed him a bunch. But as far as the lead stuff goes, the most recent analysis from all the vets that we talked to is basically, if he's no longer symptomatic, leave it alone. Because as you guys unfortunately saw with Calusa, if you put an animal under anesthesia, there is a risk they will not survive it. Even if the surgery goes well, they may not survive the anesthesia. And with reptiles and birds, it's a much higher risk. And especially for a bigger animal like that, we're running a fairly decent amount of risk of him just not surviving the surgery at all. So now all the vets that we work with and talk to have unanimously said, if he's not symptomatic for the lead, leave it alone. Because if you do the surgery and he's not even showing any symptoms, you're taking the risk of him just dying right there on the table for no reason.
And obviously we know that lead in your system is not good. Like that's probably going to have an effect, but it's cost benefit. Like,
Yeah.
do we risk him dying and then
Well,
or maybe
he may have walled it off.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying. So the vets are saying
it hasn't gone up.
Yeah.
The levels.
We need to do more blood work and testing for his lead levels, but the vets are saying that if he's no longer symptomatic, there's a high chance that his body has walled off the lead and it's like self-contained in there, and not spreading throughout the rest of his body, hopefully. But either way, we know for obviously that he's not symptomatic. He's not showing any problems. So
Yeah, I mean, so again, like it's not ideal to have lead in your system, but even if we can give him a good 60 years instead of 100 years, or a good 20 years instead of 40 years, you know, like right
yeah,
now he's doing good. He's on the up and up. He's healthy. He's happy. He's putting on weight. So why risk it? You know, and again, like with Calusa, that is something we went back and forth on for a while. And then we just decided like it was getting to the point where the eye drops weren't manageable. She didn't want to tolerate it. The eye was painful. So it was a like a quality of life thing. And we wanted her to not be in pain. And unfortunately, you know, she just,
the surgery went well,
yeah.
but the anesthesia, and this happens with people too. Keep that in mind. Anytime you are put under, there's a chance that you will not wake up. Now, obviously, in humans, it's way lower, but in birds and reptiles, it's a much higher chance of just not waking up.
Yeah.
Mm. Look at this silly boy, Okela. Look at this silly man.
He's very handsome.
Oh, look at him.
I love his dumb floppy ears.
Oh, look at his ears. Look at him, Okela. Look
Why
at
did
his
it
ears.
suddenly just get cold?
That storm. What else we got?
How is Cheesecake doing?
Good. Yeah, cheesecake
She's
is doing
finally
good.
starting to bask this week, basking and not running away when we walk past her.
Yeah.
That's good. Why does Dino eat dirt so often when you feed him? Does it taste good?
Can't imagine it tastes good. Why does he do it? I really don't know. Yeah, he's a funny one. I don't know why. uh, I mean, I've seen other alligators act like that too, so I don't really know what the reasoning is behind that.
We are newcomers to South Carolina, and there are gators everywhere. How close is too close?
Depends entirely on what you're doing. Um, Yeah, yeah. I mean, that is the answer. It completely depends on what you're doing. Are you walking a small dog next to the water? Then you're asking for your dog to be eaten. Are you just on a boat and chilling on top of the boat and minding your own business? You're probably perfectly fine. You know, it totally depends on what you're doing. The big risks are, for one, feeding them. If you feed them, they will see you as a food source. If you don't have food, you are food, you know? So, like, never, ever, ever feed them. Never have kids or pets near the water's edge is the other really big one. Alligators like to eat small animals. An adult human standing upright on land is typically completely outside of their menu. They don't see an adult human standing upright as prey, which is evidenced by the fact that we have 1.3 million alligators in the state of Florida. And if they wanted to eat people, you'd have people dying every single day in Florida. But the real thing is their main prey are small things: raccoons, turtles, fish, birds, dogs, kids are small animals. They are food and they will eat them. So always keep small things away from the water at all costs, and don't go swimming in their habitat. These are the big one too. You know, once you're in their habitat and you're swimming in there, they will see you as prey as well. Those are the big risks.
Does Prickles interact with the turtles when they crash with her?
Um, we've seen her riding on them a few times. Pretty funny.
She likes to steal their food mostly.
Yeah.
Speaking of tortoises, on Thursday, Kim is also going to X-ray Juniper.
Okay.
Have you been showing her? Or not really. You just showed her once on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't think much.
How are things coming along with the macaw enclosure?
Oh, Gala. We don't really have any updates on that. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure all that out.
It has gotten pushed off.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had an unexpected bird join us. So We haven't posted about it, but yes.
Oh, he's so cute.
Who are you growling at, Bam? It's okay. Oh my goodness, Bam. Crazy.
Oh, Callie got attention and now Clovey's jealous. Are you jealous? Yeah. Are you jealous? Only attention for Clovey.
Yeah, Nessie's pond is done and she's going to be moved in a week. Ocala is estimated at 4 to 5 years old.
Which is same as her, right?
Yeah. Why does Chloe have a bead egg and not her own? Is she too old to produce eggs? I hope she's not sad when it doesn't hatch.
She has produced eggs, and
We don't want her to
we
produce
don't
eggs.
want her to produce eggs.
That
Yeah.
is a life-threatening, potentially, thing. When a 20, 30-year-old bird that has never had eggs before starts producing eggs, that could kill her. So she's a very hormonal bird. It's why we don't have mirrors in there. It's why we have her on a very specific diet. It's why we use neutral colored toys, and she's still like incredibly hormonal. I don't think
Get your
that
toy.
separating her from
Get your
Cupid would
toy.
help either. And it's not like they're trying to breed or anything. She's just a very hormonal bird.
Get your toy. Good boy. Yes. Good boy. Ocala. You're so smart. Ocala. It's a good boy. Now, if he brings it back is the question.
He's gonna bring it back.
Oh, the
Hold him.
good boy, Ocala. Come here. Come here. Oh, the good boy.
He loves toys. Bambi, stop. She's
Whoop,
she's
hit the tree.
growling at him. Lots of squeaking going on in the background. Kawadi's going crazy. Speaking of emus, now that nesting season is over, Summer and Echo are not trying to kill each other. So today we were able to put all 4 emus back together. And it looks like it's going well, right? We're going to obviously very closely monitor them. But I think because breeding season is over, they're okay.
Looks like it. Yeah, they're all in there right now. So we have all 4 emus back in there together. Yeah, they're doing pretty good.
Yeah, sometimes birds, when they continue to lay eggs, they get prolapses, they get egg bound. Sometimes you have to actually spay the bird. But that's like a last resort. Obviously, that's not like a routine thing. It's very risky. But sometimes you literally have to spay a bird. And with our parakeets, we've shared this in the past too. Like we had a parakeet that had to have a $1,500 surgery because she prolapsed because she was producing eggs so frequently, and like there's nothing you can do about it, you know. So we collect the eggs. Obviously we don't incubate them, but yeah. So yeah, with Chloe, and Ricky is super hormonal too, but that would be terrible if Ricky started producing eggs. That would probably kill her, honestly.
Hmm.
Even that's what Colbert said too, you know, like. So yeah. We will not entertain getting tigers. It's not anything we're ever gonna do here. We're not a big cat rescue. How's the
Sure.
cut on Pebbles' head?
Get your toy. Go
It's
get your
healing
toy.
really well. We've been putting SSD on it. We should actually
Go
put some more on
boy.
it today, but
Go boy.
healing very well.
Go boy, Ocala.
Pebbles is still trying to attack us, but like not as viciously.
Oh
He's
yeah,
just
it's
always
like
kind of a jerk.
barely any motivation on him now.
These koi fish are so happy. Do you just see them all together and these turtles just basking?
The pond looks good. It looks
Way
way
better.
more clear.
Yeah, I think if we just get a little filter, like not the 30,000 gallon one, if we get the same one that we have on the beavers, I think it's going to be pretty dang clear. Did you see how clear the beavers were today? That filter is doing amazing. It's pretty incredible.
I don't think we even need it for this. Well, here's why I don't think we need it, but also I don't know where we're going to plug that in because we're already maxed out on our power input over there.
We would have to have more power. And I mean, this year, one of the goals is to get a second power pole, right? Especially if we're doing that winter building that we want to do.
Yeah. This looks so much better, though. I think we could add another filter sheet in there and it would help.
How often are you spraying that out? Because I sprayed it 2 days ago.
Oh, then it probably needs to be done.
Yeah, I think we need to stay on top of that and every day.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of a pain, but
it doesn't seem to be affecting the flow at all. So I
yeah.
think you could add another one in there and it'll make it even more clear.
Yeah, we could try. Yeah, I'm glad that foam worked out.
Well, as we're waiting for more questions to come in, I'm going to do one of our little commercials. Ahem. Well, guys, if you guys know, Gabby and I left behind our well-paying job in South Florida, move out in the middle of nowhere and create the beautiful animal sanctuary that you see before you. Back when I lived down south, I spent the last 20 years as a professional alligator wrestler, making my money with literally blood and sweat, saved it all up, and then spent all of it on creating the animal sanctuary that we have now. And so now we are broke. We're not like actually broke, but I did spend almost every dime that we have on creating the animal sanctuary. And so thankfully, it's all going well. We have our nonprofit, we go donations, all that kind of fun stuff. But I mean, I still have bills to pay. So if you enjoy what we do and you want to help support us and help us out, you can always send a super chat. It's a really awesome way of helping us out. We do appreciate it. You can ask a question with it too. That way, Gabby will read it for you. And we do greatly appreciate that. You can also hit like and share and leave a positive comment on our videos. Those are all free ways to help out. And they can also make a donation to the nonprofit through our website, bellowingacres.org. 100% of donations go to the sanctuary, not to us. I like to make that very clear. You send a super chat, that's like sending us a tip, which we, again, greatly appreciate. But if you send a donation, we don't take a paycheck out of the nonprofit. So when you see all the vlogs, the videos that we do, all the care and work that we do here, that's for free. You know, we don't pay ourselves out of the donations into the nonprofit, which I do like to say because that's what most places do. And there's nothing wrong with that, but we do want our donations to go 100% to the animals. So all the vlogs and animal care you see me doing, most places would log that and then pay the person, me, out of the donations for the time spent working. We don't do that. I do that as a volunteer for free, which I'm able to do because we do make our money through social media. So if you want to help out, send a super chat. We do appreciate it.
Best Friendo sent another $5 super chat.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I like your videos. Good night, Chris.
Thank you. Thank you. Look at this caterpillar going up my leg.
Oh my gosh, that's a big one. Does your ladies jacket run small? If you're talking about the jacket that has like the bellowing acres on the back, I would size up. I got a medium and it's a little tight for me. It's a really cool jacket, but it does not stretch at all. So the material doesn't stretch. So I would probably size up. How is the growth on Topanga's eye?
So it is like, what was it? It's a tear duct.
We think it's a gland.
Okay.
Yeah. So Kushner was saying if it's like changing in size, where one day it's big and the other day it's small, it's probably just like a clogged gland and not like an actual growth.
Which is what it is doing.
Yeah, exactly. So it's good. It's just like a little gland.
They're still pecking at that octopus thing.
Is it still on?
Yeah.
That's funny. Anya Olson sent 50 and okay.
Thank you.
How much time are you actually able to spend with each one of the animals every day?
I mean, there's like there's over 250 animals. So it's not very much time you can spend with every one of them, but we try to prioritize spending time with the ones that enjoy it. You know, most of our animals don't like us. You know, it's a lot of rescues that don't really like people. So we do try to spend a fair amount of time with the animals that actually enjoy our company and attention. So I guess
like the birds, you know.
Those emus are running around. So I'm trying to watch them back there and make sure there's no fighting going on.
Would you consider bats? No, only because we don't know anything about them, and the permitting process for that would be insane.
We have wild bats flying
Yeah.
around out here.
But we don't have any experience with bats.
I like them. I think they're cool.
Reality Successor sent a $5 super chat.
Thank you.
I wouldn't trust AI for important things like dangerous plants. I catch it making mistakes all the time with Google Gemini almost daily.
That is a good point. What I do a lot is like when I write my captions for my videos and all this kind of stuff, I will often fact check myself, even though I know something to be true. I want to always try to make sure what I'm saying is correct. So I'll like fact check myself. I'm like, I know this is right, and then I'll check on there, and then it's like that's wrong, and I'm like, no, it's not. I know it's right. Like, so I catch it saying things wrong all the time in very specific niches. Um, so yeah, there's validity to that for sure.
Yeah, I feel like for the most part though, like
Well,
it probably wouldn't tell you this plant is totally safe when it's like deadly.
yeah,
Like
if it's like pretty basic knowledge, I feel like it's pretty good.
right.
But more specific stuff, it's not good.
And none of our animals are really like ingesting the plants. I mean, maybe the chickens, but it's not like our dogs or anything else are like ingesting the plants. Especially now that the emus are going to be locked up. S Solano just sent a $20 super chat.
Thank you.
No question with that.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Would you let me name a bat resand if we got one?
Oh my God.
You know that that's the name I would pick, right?
Oh my God.
Like 100%, it would be resand the bat.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even kidding. That it wouldn't be a discussion. Do you know how many people would love that?
The look Gabby's
A
giving
little
me.
brown bat named Resand.
Oh yeah.
It'd be the cutest.
Yeah, we do have every night we have bats flying around.
Remember the bat we rescued out of Stallone's pond? That
Yeah.
was so weird.
It was a tiny little one. That was cute.
How will an orphan baby gator learn gator behavior and socialization without a mom to teach them?
So, as far as I understand, the mom doesn't even really teach them. It's they learn it from their peers interacting with other, baby alligators and whatnot. So, what the mother alligator does do for the babies is offer protection. As far as I understand, that there's probably more to it, to be honest with you. But so far, the majority of evidence just points to just protection. I think, with more time and more research, we might be able to find more out. But the majority of their social skills come from interacting with their peers and siblings.
Gabby, I just started Throne of Glass and finished book 2 today. I'm obsessed.
Yeah, I saw Gabby's smile, and I am like, God, it's going to be some comment about
Throne of Glass is a masterpiece, and I'm actually going to redo it before the next ACOTAR book. I'm just going
that is in the ACOTAR series.
It's the same author.
Oh, yeah, I know, but it's not. It's not the same.
I'm not saying anything for people that have not read it yet.
Oh, spoilers.
I'm not saying anything. It is a masterpiece. Is there potential to add another female with Big Mac?
So we talk about that quite a bit. I don't want to, just because I want to be able to have a pond that I can swim in and not feel overwhelmed. And like right now, well, I can't swim in Dino's pond because of the algae. So, but which also is a whole different discussion because we want to get rid of the algae without killing all the poor fish in there. So like I don't know how to do that yet. But either way, with Dino and 3 females in there, swimming in there is sketch. I've done it, like when I first did my underwater gator tours, we had 15 alligators in that pond at one time, and I was swimming in there. It can be done, but like every additional alligator increases your probability of getting your arm ripped off significantly. So I want to be able to have at least one pond with just the 2 of them where I can go in there and interact with them and swim with them, and there's only 2 to watch out for, you know?
Carol Hanna sent a $10 super chat and said, thank you.
Thank you.
It doesn't matter what you start first. I just wouldn't start Crescent City first. So Throw in a Glass before ACOTAR. ACOTAR was the series that got me like reading again. And I say reading, I don't actually read. I do audiobooks because I don't have time to read or patience to read. But I feel like it changed my life. Like it just got me into fantasy, and like I didn't know books could be this good, you know? So Throw in a Glass is amazing. ACOTAR is amazing. And Crescent City is a mess.
I don't think they're amazing.
Can you please? I don't want this negativity.
She listens to them on
Just
full blast,
stop.
and I walk into the room and hear things I don't want to hear.
Oh my God.
It is traumatizing.
Ugh, you're obnoxious. TM Meow sent a $5 super chat.
Thank you.
Do colleges and such ask to work with you and your animals for research?
No. Right? I don't think we've had any.
Mm-mm. Does Ricky keep you up all night?
Oh no. No. Once once the sun goes down, the birds go to sleep.
Do you think there are any other species of crocodilians that may join the sanctuary?
I'm sure there will be, it's just a matter of time and see what happens,
Are they fighting or they're playing?
Yeah, I don't see any fighting.
Is that Summer and Echo?
That's Summer running right now,
Away or towards?
but I can't see the face of that one. It's not even Echo.
Who is it?
Is it?
I can't tell from here.
No, it's Ozzy. They're just running around a lot, but nobody's fighting.
What other species would you like to work with other than salties?
I mean, if I had the options, everything. Like, try to get experience with everything. Crocodilians, most species of crocodilians are endangered or threatened around the world. And so having the opportunity to work with them is rare. There's so many different species, but like one that I've worked with, oh, they're running around now. I've worked with black caiman. Oh God, now all 3 of them are running. And that's one of my favorite species, but they're also basically impossible to get in the US. But that's one of my favorite ones. More realistic. Oh, sorry.
The blood work that we do on the crocodilians is not like DNA. Like it doesn't tell us what kind of species they are, like Angelus.
Yeah, we've tried to look into that and we can't find anybody to run it. Obviously, we don't know how to analyze it. So you have to, we get the blood, but you have to find somebody who knows how to analyze it properly to be able to do that. And we have not found anybody who does that.
Do reptiles get the zoomies?
The zoomies? I don't think I've ever seen that. Yeah.
I never seen
Birds do. And birds are, well, oh, Gabby's fighting a caterpillar.
Is it still up there?
Yep.
Oh, whatever. As long as it doesn't fall on me.
We are in caterpillar season, man. I get like a couple of these caterpillars on me every day. What else we got? How many people we got on there?
120.
Oh, that's pretty good. Not bad. Do we want to try to go live on Facebook today too?
Mm-mm. I don't have the patience.
Oh.
There's no point unless you're doing it selfie style from a laptop.
I can barely hear you.
There's no point doing it unless you're doing it selfie style from a laptop. It's just everybody saying they can't hear you. And it's me just saying there's nothing I can do about it. So unless you want to get your laptop, there's literally no point. No one can hear us.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Do you ever get updates on the alligator slash croc you helped feed that lost the bottom jaw? She's probably talking about the one in Mexico.
Oh yeah, that one. No, haven't heard anything new on that one.
Really enjoy seeing Prickles. Is she fully grown?
I think she is now. Um, yeah, she seems like it now. She's definitely grown significantly, so I think she's
She
full
was
grown
so
now.
teeny.
Yeah.
She was
Is she?
so.
Has she been out yet
I don't think so. She really
during the
likes.
live?
Mm-mm. Did she come out today for food?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, what do we do? Do we encourage her to come out and get fresh air, or do we let her?
I think we do what we're doing right now. I mean, she's a nocturnal animal. I mean that's so she comes out for her snacks, which we'll be able to utilize whenever we end up doing tours. But outside of that, yeah, she's nocturnal. It is what it
It's
is.
the same with the beavers. They just all day they're in the little lodge sleeping, hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah. On my Instagram story, I posted just like a super brief video. You could barely see anything of the beavers from the trail camera. So today we're going to put it even lower because I just think it was a little too high. But we're going to try to hopefully get some clips from you guys for you guys. I would like to figure out how to put the camera in the lodge without them messing with it.
Yeah.
What is a more realistic new crocodilian species you think you might have at the sanctuary? Orinoco, probably.
Maybe. Um, I mean, we've already got pretty much all the common ones.
Probably end up with a Cuban at some point.
Maybe.
Or I mean, definitely a hybrid.
Well, yeah.
Hybrid. If I mean, I don't we already we potentially have that already.
Yeah.
Cuban Nile hybrid, but
But yeah,
it
other
is
than
here in
that, I mean,
Miami,
it's
grown.
you never know. You don't know what's gonna come down the pipe.
Did beavers eat all the branches that we got the other day?
They dragged all of them into their little lodge
Do you think
setting.
they snack during the day?
Yeah, they're chewing on them.
Or do you think they only drag them in like when they don't want to eat them anymore? Whatever they don't eat becomes dam building or lodge building material.
I don't know. They definitely moved them.
I want to get that on camera. I
Yeah.
want to get them maybe today. Hopefully we can put the cameras lower because they're so cute and we never get to see what they do.
I don't think we have gone live since we went and saw hoppers. Speaking of beavers,
It was so cute.
yeah, we went and saw hoppers. It was super cute. It was a lot of fun. It was very funny and very cute and adorable. And I love how they used like the beaver sounds when they show the beavers as like from the human point of view, and it's just an animal and it's not talking. They meow, 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 meow. And, I mean, that's what they sound like. That was really cute. Gabby's been quoting hoppers all day. You web-footed commoner.
How dare you speak to me like that, you web-footed commoner? And the caterpillar's just maniacally laughing. Spare me your pity. It's so funny. I love that caterpillar.
It's so funny.
It's hilarious. Mr. Heavy Metal sent a $5 super chat.
Thank you.
If iguanas could survive and thrive in worldwide climates, would they become a staple, like a meat staple like beef or chicken?
I mean, probably not, just because most people are grossed out by it, like Americans. Like, I mean, this really goes into cultural food preferences and how nonsensical cultural food preferences are. Like in the U.S., I'm vegetarian, so that's why I'm allowed to judge this as hard as I do, because I don't eat meat. So I could talk about how incredibly stupid it is that we prioritize beef. And it's like, it is one of the most destructive, environmentally destructive food choices you can make is eating beef. It is so incredibly selfish and horrible for the environment to choose to eat that.
I
But we
feel like
do it.
rabbit would be like the best because they
Well, the
produce.
best would be insect protein.
Yeah, that is very true. That is actually the best and most
Yes.
sustainable.
Yeah, the most sustainable, best thing you do is have insect protein. Try to
That would
explain that to
gross me.
people.
Yeah, that would
Yeah, try
gross
to
me
teach
out.
people that.
Yeah, I can't do
Like
that.
nobody's going to do that unless they are forced into a corner with their own existence on the line.
Or
Like
if they
no one's
grew
going to make that, which is exactly the path that we're going down right now because we are too arrogant to consider anything else.
or if they grew up like with that being normalized, you know?
Yeah, well, yes, obviously, that's what I mean, cultural food preferences.
Right.
But like in the US, like we've culturally put beef up on this pedestal and it's just so stupid. It is so stupid and just shooting ourselves in the foot.
But yeah, don't you think something like rabbit would be so much better because they don't need as much space and then they produce so rapidly?
Yeah,
It's probably healthier for you too. I feel like red meat's not good for you,
it's
like
not good for you.
when you're eating it as commonly as people do, you know?
Yeah. I mean, well, if you want to go down that route, I mean, look, we're
Well, so I encourage everybody to follow like farm sanctuaries and not just so you feel bad for the animal, because I think it would really open people's eyes. They get in these pigs that have jumped off of the trucks that are going to, like the meat houses. And these pigs are just riddled with disease. They have abscesses, they have like cancer. And those are the animals that are going to be killed for people to eat.
that's what you're eating.
Like,
Disease
it's
and cancer.
insane. They all have like pneumonia. So I really think that people need to watch that because I think it would really gross a lot of people out.
Well,
These
that's
animals are
why
not healthy.
which is why there are ag gag laws. There are literally laws in this country that prohibit you from speaking or showing what happens behind the scenes at animal agriculture places because they know the general public would be so disgusted and horrified to find out what they're actually eating. So they make it against the law to be able to inform the public about the horrors that they are paying to support to be able to eat. What? Like, just think about that for a moment. Just how utterly insane is it that if you worked at one of these places and you saw what happened, if you saw what happened in those places, you're like, oh my God, we're feeding people literal cancer. I need to tell people. Nope, you're going to go to jail for trying to tell your fellow humans that what they're eating is literally cancer. They're going to throw you in jail for it. What? Like, that's the world we're living in. It is insanity. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God. Yeah. Sorry, I will get crazy on this topic. I will start ranting. It makes me lose my mind. We're poisoning people and committing literal atrocities against biological life for money. For money that isn't even real. Oh, it makes me insane.
Yeah. I just feel
Anyways,
like all the food and the water, I feel like everything is poisoned.
that's one of
Wi-Fi,
the
you think
worst ones.
Wi-Fi is good for you? There's just Wi-Fi like
Yeah, but
everywhere. That's not good.
this is one of the worst things that is so preventable and
Yeah.
so enforced just so rich people get more rich. It
Yeah.
is insane.
The processed meat, not
Yeah.
good.
Oh man.
Have you ever worked with gharials?
I have not. I've only seen them at zoos. Yeah, that's one of the rarest and most critically endangered species. We get asked this almost every live, and every live have the same answer. The probability of me ever working with one is basically zero. I will likely never, ever work with one just because they are so rare and critically
Unless
endangered.
you go to India, it's that billionaire zoo.
Yep. Yeah, maybe I'll be able to. Yeah, I mean, that's what it would take. I would have to go there and either get to work on a research project or work at that billionaire guy's zoo or something. But otherwise, like working here, 0% chance. Mm. And same with Chinese alligators too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, most species of crocodilians are critically endangered, and so for a lot of them, there is basically no chance of ever having them here or ever working with one.
Which again is fine for us because things like Chinese alligators and gharials, like,
They're cool. I mean, I would be
well, I was gonna
cool.
say they should be at like facilities that are doing breeding projects, although I feel like most of them don't work anyway. Because in the originating country, usually things are just so bad and they kind of like drop the ball So a lot of these animals don't get to be.
Orinoco's.
Yeah, I know.
That's the
That's
case
why
right
there's an
now.
abundance right now of Orinoco's. So that's why I'm like, never say never, because like honestly,
Yeah.
there's no reason that private people should have Orinoco's, and now there's just an abundance of them because that breeding project failed.
Yeah. So if you don't know what we're talking about, Orinoco crocodiles are critically endangered in their native range. So the U.S. got a bunch of them, did a bunch of captive breeding to be able to reintroduce them back out in the wild. And then because of the politics involved, they were not able to put them back out in their native range. So now there's just like an abundance of Orinoco babies in the U.S., which is it's just nuts, but that's the political side of conservation.
Yeah. Corbin Maxey had a great video with Gharials recently.
Yeah, because he went to the
Yeah.
billionaire zoo in
Yeah,
India.
yeah.
That's exactly it.
So yeah, that's what we're talking about. Like
That's
maybe.
exactly what we were
So yeah,
referencing.
maybe never say never. Maybe one day you'll go there. Just not in the winter. You're not allowed to leave in the winter.
That is true.
Non J Hall just sent a $50 super chat.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Nancy from Traverse City, Michigan again. I absolutely love watching the lives because I learned so much from both of you.
Thank you. What are you doing, Clovey? What are you doing,
Jimmy
Clovey?
sent a $5 super chat.
Thank you.
Where did you learn what's healthy food or not healthy? I'm curious.
How do you want to don't no digging?
I think that
How do you want to answer that?
nothing is healthy. Everything is poisoned. But there's better options.
Yeah, I mean, just looking into where foods come from, unfortunately, again, we prioritize money over health. And so most of the food that you can buy, depending where you are, but if you're in the United States, most of the food that you can buy is to varying degrees poison. Like, I mean, especially like if you want to talk about meat, most meat that you do end up with, again, we're using generalizations here. There's plenty of examples who can be like, well, I buy specifically from this animal friendly farm.
Right.
Good for you. That doesn't account for 99% of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's why I say most, and I'm using the correct terminology when I say most. If you go buy a burger from a fast food joint, you're eating meat that is, oh, how do you even want it?
I don't even think it's meat anymore.
Yeah, I mean, just look up Google pink slime. Okay, look into like if you eat a burger that contains more than 50 different individual cows and all their organs blenderized into it, like, bro, I mean, you can go down this rabbit hole. It gets real gross real fast. But just all you got to do is just research this stuff. Look into animal agriculture. Look into large scale operations producing cattle, producing pigs, producing chickens. Look into the abundances of disease. And because you create a monoculture, monocultures are always a bad thing, whether it's plants or animals. And within monocultures, disease spreads like wildfire. And so you'll have that's why they end up with these huge culls in like chickens. They've been having big problems with that recently with like bird flu getting into chicken places and killing literally millions of chickens, and they don't even cook them, they just kill them all because disease got into that building. And when you actually see the footage and the photos of what these buildings look like, I mean, it is hell on earth, where you have animals inside one building, wall to wall, walking on the corpses of their family.
I feel like the ethics turn people off, because it makes people feel bad, like, so even just not talking about the ethical side of it, like the disease side of it, like I'm telling you guys, follow some of these like farm sanctuaries that get these pigs that jump from the trucks heading to slaughter. These pigs are not in good health. Like there's abscesses and cancer, and like they all have pneumonia, and like that's what people are going to eat.
Yeah.
Like, that cannot be good.
Well, when you have to bleach meat before you serve it, what does that say?
Yeah.
So even if you don't have a soul or a heart and you don't care about the ethics, you should still care about just the health of it.
You're going to turn people off.
Oh, well,
I'm telling you, you're going to turn people off.
What do you want me to say? I mean, it's awful, man. But yeah, when you look into, like Abby's just saying, like the amount of disease, it is horrifically disgusting. It's gnarly stuff, man. But Anyways, good on that rabbit hole. You have any happy questions? Any positive topics?
Not yet.
Damn, what are you eating?
Somebody said comparing the ingredients in the UK versus the US, the US is a lot of artificial.
Yeah, and then recently, the FDA has allowed. Oh man, it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it. I know it. Anyway, some chemical that was previously removed has just been added back into food in the U.S. So, uh, in most other developed countries, they are trying to be proactive about things, and they're like, this material could cause cancer. We should probably not feed our people something that might cause cancer. In the US, it's the opposite. We are nothing but reactive, where we're like, we're gonna make sure that at least half the people get cancer from this before we ban it. I mean, not literally half, but like it is nuts how acceptable things that we know have a high probability of causing cancer are still allowed to be in our food because it makes more money. It all comes down to the money part. But they just recently, somebody can comment and say what it was. They just did this where they added something that we know is really bad, banned in all other developed countries. Basically, we know has a higher chance of causing cancer, and they just added it back into food. Like, why? Because it makes some billionaire even more money. That's what it comes down to.
Could you speak about farm-raised seafood, or you don't know enough about that?
I don't know as much about that, but I do know same idea. And a lot of farm raised seafood, they have super high elevated levels of disease and parasites. Because what they end up doing in a lot of it is they will have a bay area where they it's open water, so stuff can get in and out, but they just net off an area, and then they just tons of fish get packed in there, and then they can feed the fish in there. But it means it's still exposed to the outside world, which to them they see as a plus because it means all the poo just goes out into the wild. They don't have to deal with it, which is obviously a problem. But the other problem is that means that parasites get in. And so I know they've had some major issues with parasite infestations within a lot of farm raised seafood.
A lot of people are saying Food Inc. is very informative.
Yes. Yep. That's a really
I've
good
never
one.
heard of it.
I watched Food Inc. I watched Forks Over Knives. There's a lot of stuff you could watch and educate yourself on out there. Uh, Unfortunately, a lot of the food conversation becomes what lesser evil are you comfortable accepting? That's really kind of where this world goes. It sucks. There's no right answer. You know what I mean? Because I mean, even for us, we're vegetarian, right? Oh, so you eat plants, so you support plant monocultures where they just kill everything and they chop down forests just to plant soybeans? Obviously, no. We don't we don't want to support that. But is that better than animal agriculture? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
The
choosing a
lesser
lesser
two,
evil.
which
Like,
it's still not good, and I'm sure that the pesticides, I'm sure those aren't good for you either, but,
of
like,
course they're not.
obviously you can't afford
But if you're
organic everything.
But if you're eating animal agriculture, you're eating the pesticides anyways.
That's true.
Because what is it, like 2/3 of all soybeans just go into feeding the cattle. So all those pesticides on that just go into the cow, and then the cow goes into you either way. You're getting the same crap either way. So like it's it's really bad. And again, it becomes a really messed up game of what level of evil do you want in your life?
Yeah.
It sucks. And again, this is just because we're prioritizing making money for a very small amount of people over the health of literally everyone else. Not fun, you know? But anyways, positive
Yeah.
questions. Anybody?
We're still waiting for questions and comments and stuff, but I don't know, I wish, like, as a child, there was, like, a mandatory, class or classes that you grew up learning about nutrition, because, like, you learn about the pyramids, you learn about, like, the food pyramids, like,
Which
this
is not
much
real.
grain, yeah, this much grain, this much fruit, this much but, like, that's it. But I wish that they would really teach you, like, what a proper plate looks like, what proper portion sizes look like, because I grew up in an Italian family, and like we all overeat, and I've like trained myself to be better with portion control, but like, dude, the overeating is just so normalized in the US.
Yeah.
And again, like it's normal. And when you grow up like that, it's really hard to change habits. So like I wish there was proper cooking or proper like,
Well, I grew up with finish your plate. Oh, but I'm full.
yeah,
Okay. It
that's
doesn't
how you
matter.
develop EDs.
Yeah. And I mean, that was a big deal, growing up. It's like, well, you better finish your plate. If you don't finish your plate, it's disrespectful. I'm like, yeah, but I'm already full. Why would I eat more?
Yeah.
But it's like, it's ingrained in my brain that like you finish your plate. It's wasteful. And I'm like, it just leads to overeating. Once you're full, you're full. You shouldn't eat more.
Did you cut the sleeves off that, or do we sell those? I think, do we sell them, or did I order you that special?
I thought we sell them.
I think we do sell
I think we
them.
do.
Anita Parker just sent a $20 super chat.
Thank you.
How is Margot doing?
Doing good. But we can't talk about Margot because Margot is a member only.
Subscriber only.
Yeah, we don't talk about Margot.
It's like we don't talk about Bruno.
Yeah.
Margot is good. Margot's good, and we'll do a subscriber update soon.
Yeah, but she's doing great. We'll do a special. Well, in here, it's different. I remember YouTube, everybody's a subscriber. If you pay extra, you're a member. And then on Facebook, the people who pay extra are subscribers. But whatever, yeah.
Oh, it's okay, Nita. Don't worry.
Yeah.
It's okay.
If you're a member, you get to see Margot.
So a lot of people are saying, finish your plate because children are starving in Africa. And, we've all heard that. I grew up with that too. Then Chris recently, in the last few years, have explained to me that it's not like a food shortage issue. It's a distribution issue. And I feel like we are seeing that kind of firsthand too with there's a program called Epic Cure in Palaca. And they're kind of the bridge between these grocery stores and like people in need. And they said that like a lot of the time, the left hand isn't talking to the right hand. And by the time the food gets to them, it's all expired. And like, it's frustrating because then you have thousands of pounds of food that can't be eaten by humans. And it's a distribution problem.
Yes, it is absolutely a distribution issue. Also, the people who make the food aren't making the food to feed hungry people. They're making the food to make money. They don't care about whether or not there are people who are hungry. They care about making money. Again, this is what we keep on running into. Like, the point of everything is to make money, not make the world better, not help other people. It's to make money for those people.
Oh, sorry, random toes. My bad. I'm stretching my feet.
But
continue.
That's all I'm going to say without getting like into the politics of this. I mean, you guys know, if you've watched when we do get produce pickup, all of that was destined to go in the trash. And most of it is
one day.
One day. And most of it is perfectly good, acceptable food. It's all going in the trash. Once it gets past the sell-by date or expiration or whatever, most of the time, not even most of the time, it's like over 90% of the time, it's perfectly good food. And it goes straight into the trash. So again, it's like there is no issue with a lack of food to feed the hungry. It is 100% an issue with distribution and a scheme to make money, not to feed people.
And, unfortunately, everything is about convenience now because even working a full-time job, you can't afford anything. So everybody just wants something quick and fast. And like the ideal situation would be to support small local farmers or like a farmer's market. But it's just easier. Yeah. It's just
when you're working a 9 to 5,
exactly.
Or if you're working 2 different jobs.
And then they're closed on the days or by the time you get off. So like you got to go to the grocery store, you got to go to Publix. And
the way it is now, you got to work 2 separate jobs to even be able to pay your rent. How are you supposed to have time to look this stuff up and go way, an hour out of your way to go to a reliable, renewable place for food? Like, who has time for that when you can barely even pay your own bills? Yeah. It's rough. But what I was going to say too about convenience, the other thing that really blew my mind about picking up the donations is how everything is wrapped in plastic. We have food that will only be acceptable for human use for 1 week, wrapped in plastic that will last thousands of years. And like all day, every day, billions of this stuff. And it's like, we're going to put fruit in a plastic cup. The fruit will be bad within a week. The plastic will exist forever. Like, it's just, it's nuts. Individually plastic wrapped cucumbers are one of the things that just really makes me lose my mind. You know, like every single little individual cucumber
Have you
wrapped in
seen the
plastic.
individually wrapped potatoes?
Yeah, that
Like, for
too.
what reason? Why
Like,
are we wrapping
why?
potatoes?
It's, oh my,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know. It's terrible.
I tell you guys, the more informed you are, the more depressed you will be. It is sad. Like this, it's not a happy road. Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
It really truly is. You know, when you don't know what's going on, you're way happier. You know, and like the more you learn, the more you understand, the more depressed and sad and overwhelmed you're gonna feel. And it's like, and it doesn't get better. You keep on going, and at some point you're just like, wow, everything is really this bad? Like, what are we gonna do? What can we do? Like, it's
Well,
just,
I think that's why too, like it's so important to be a decent human being in this world, like especially in this day and age. Like, just don't be a piece of crap. Just be nice. Just be, I don't know.
it's
Like,
very overwhelming.
yeah.
Yeah. And then it's also the crazy part. You haven't seen The Matrix, Gabby.
Okay, tonight. Do you want to try it tonight?
You don't understand how many references to life, if you watch The Matrix, you will understand. Like, it's one of the best movies ever made. Okay, so, anyways, this reference to The Matrix is that when you first discover The Matrix, other people will fight you who are in The Matrix still, are so, how does he say? Morpheus says it like in such a cool way. He's like, they are so embedded, so inured in the system that exploits them that they will fight and attack you for trying to show them how dependent they are on the system that is killing them. And it's like,
All right, let's watch it tonight.
but anyways, yes, we should. But that is exactly this. Where like people will get so mad at you for trying to tell them that they're killing themselves. You know, it's like the food you're eating, you're literally killing yourself. And as they're eating, how dare you say that about my food? Like, people get mad at you for pointing out that what they're doing is killing themselves and you're the bad guy.
And
Like,
before I, started dating Chris, or I feel like it's been with the more recent years, but I was a person that microwaved everything in plastic Tupperware, the plastic, like the rice that you just
and
microwave.
you'd get mad at me.
Well, because again, it's about convenience.
And
But
you would get mad at
I'm
me for
better
saying
about
that
it.
you're poisoning us.
I'm better about it now. But yeah, it's just that that's not good for you to like microwave things in plastic. Like
Yeah.
microwavable potatoes in plastic.
Oh my God, it's
Not
insane.
good.
Okay, so if you don't know, just for everybody watching right now, never, look at me, never consume food that is hot in plastic.
What
Ever.
about the to-go styrofoam?
All poison.
I know.
Don't do it. Look up, if you want to know what we're talking about, look up phthalates is what it's called. It's a PTHALATES.
Just
Phthalates.
bring a big purse to the restaurant, I guess, and just bring your own glass Tupperwares and ask them to.
So just, yeah, literally the simple act of putting your food from a restaurant into a plastic to-go container is contaminating all that food with microplastics. And this stuff sounds like tinfoil hat craziness. It's absolutely not. You can look up the research. It's all right there. This is not fringe. This is not fringe material. This is documented by super smart PhD level, academically published documents. This is not fringe whatsoever.
What else do you guys want to talk about that's depressing women's health? You want to talk
Oh,
about
no, I'm not done with plastics.
I
Let
was-
me go on my plastics rant. I got to talk about
Okay,
plastics
go
more,
ahead.
okay?
And then I want to talk about birth control and how that's in everything, including men now. Like it's in
Yeah.
the water, it's in everything.
But yeah, going through the plastic thing, dude, It was a Dr. Swan.
Someone just said that.
Yep,
Dr.
Dr.
Swan talks
Swan.
about phthalates and male reproduction.
Exactly.
Someone
So
just commented that.
yes, okay, look her up if you want to learn more about this. Dr. Swan.
Swan.
She did
Oh, Swan.
incredibly amazing work talking about this, and like microplastics, phthalates. The phthalates are a hormone disruptor in the human body, and so you are seeing the sperm count of men plummets. If you look at the sperm count of men before we had plastic everything, oh my God, I don't want to misquote it, but it was something insane. The how much it has dropped. And you can see the line between like when plastic started being used in food, and then if you look at fertility and sperm count, they're exactly plotted the same. And so it is just destroying our reproductive abilities as humans. And like it is really, 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 really bad stuff, guys. And you look at like puberty in young men and how it's being affected, like again, absolutely poisoning us with the plastic. So like don't ever heat up food in the microwave in a plastic container. Now, if it's cold, it's fine. So like we'll make dinner and then we'll let the pot cool and everything is cold. And then we'll put that into a plastic container, put that in the fridge. That's fine. And then when you want to heat it up, you take it out of the plastic container, put it in a ceramic bowl, heat it up in that. You don't heat up the plastics. That's really where you run into these problems is it's heat transfer. And so like that's why hot coffee and those in the paper cups is one of the worst possible things. If you look this one up, this will blow your mind. And again, this is all published data.
You're talking about the styrofoam cups, not like the paper.
No, I'm talking about paper.
Like,
so paper cups are coated in a light coating of plastic that's very thin and immediately comes off in the hot. And so never drink out of those paper cups.
These are things that I wish, like, again,
You
like
should learn in
this
school.
this was instilled. Like, bring your own cup to Dunkin', bring your own cup to Starbucks.
Yeah,
Like,
every time if I go, when we didn't live in the middle of nowhere, if I ever went to like events or something, they always have like, oh, hit the coffee machine. Oh, you want some hot tea in a cup? Oh, here's a nice little paper cup. It's paper. It's
I
recyclable.
also wish that
Poison.
that people, like, it was normalized to bring your own bag. And I feel like now it's more common, but 0.001% of people do that. Like, carry your own reusable bag so you're not using all this freaking plastic.
Dude, I think about when I was younger, I would eat and drink anything. And I was like, people would tell me like, oh, you shouldn't drink plastic water bottles if they've been sitting in the sun because they heat up and the plastic's in the water and whatever. And like, I literally remember being like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Drinking it and just being like mocking them, be like, that's dumb. If that was real, they wouldn't let us do this.
Yeah, I grew up in a plastic water bottle household.
Yeah.
I was gonna say too, I remember like when I was in college, which like 2014, 2015, I was in biology class, and this was the first time I heard it. My teacher was telling me about like how birth control is in the water and birth control is like being found in men and the testosterone. I mean the sperm count and everything is down. And I remember like the next week I was at a party and I was like talking to people about it. And like these men were literally laughing at me and they didn't believe me.
Yep. Yeah. It's all real, man.
That was like not 15 years ago.
Yeah.
But
And like, again, the Matrix, you are so embedded in the system that is killing you that you will defend the system. That's exactly what it is. That's what those guys are like. And I mean, I was like it too. I was like, what do you mean? I drink plastic water bottles all the time. If you're right, it means I'm wrong and I've been doing something stupid. So instead of facing my own errors, I will attack you. That's exactly what it is. It's like it's ego is what it is. Like you're telling me I've been doing something for years that is dumb and is hurting myself. No, no, no. My ego will not accept
it's
that.
like the people that are getting scammed by their boyfriend that they've never met in another country. And it's like, well, I've already spent $100,000, so I can't stop now because
Well, that's actually the sunken cost fallacy is what that's called.
Oh.
So there are many different kinds of logical fallacies that we are all subjective to. But yeah, that's a big one there.
Here in New Zealand, plastic supermarket bags were banned 5 or 6 years ago, and everybody adapted pretty quickly to bringing their own fabric bags. A plastic bag would seem weird now. And also, they sell these bags in like TJ Maxx and stuff and Home Goods for 99 cents. And it's a pretty big bag.
Yeah.
99 cents. So even if you were charging people for reusable bags,
Yeah.
we don't want kids. We've talked about this before. Everybody loves to ask. But if we ever had kids, I would 100% instill this as like a child. Like you bring your own glass to Starbucks, you bring your own bags, like, and
Yeah.
start, because it's so hard when you're an adult.
Well, so talking about that too, like when we go out anywhere, I only drink cold drinks anywhere. I don't care if it's freezing outside. If we travel and there's snow, I'm not ordering a hot drink from anywhere because they're going to put a hot drink in the plastic.
But you
Don't
can
drink
bring your
that.
own cup.
Yeah, you can bring your own thing. Yeah, but even so, like, it's scary. And here's the other scary one. They often at restaurants cook food in plastic bags. You know, they'll have a bag of rice and they put the bag of rice in hot water to cook it and
Yeah.
it's already cooked to heat it up.
Does
Sorry.
Chipotle do that or no? You asked,
I
right?
specifically, no, they did before.
And now they don't
And
anymore?
well, that one didn't. So I specifically ask because I'm like, I'm not going to eat here if you do, you know? And like, so depending on where you are, but then like it makes going out to eat an issue, you know? And it's like, how are they cooking their food? Are they cooking it with plastic? Using the spatula. This is one, you know, Gabby and I, we had one of those plastic spatulas. We cook food in there
We
all the
still
time.
do.
Hmm?
We still do.
I don't. I use the bamboo.
You can't use a bamboo spatula. It doesn't work.
It does. I do. I will not put that plastic, rubber, whatever.
I
Not doing
mean,
it.
if you really want to go all out, it's probably going to cost you like $1,000, but we can switch to all cast iron everything.
Well, no,
And
we
then
have
you
the
don't,
ceramics.
well, I know, but you can't use like metal on that. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
Mm.
if you wanted to do cast iron, then we can use metal. But like those pans that I have that are Teflon free, you can't use metal on that.
So okay, here's another
That's
really
why I
big
use
one,
plastic because it's gentle.
guys. If you didn't know this, your nonstick pans. Every time you use it, you're releasing like billions of microplastics into your food. So we got rid of all of our nonstick. We now only use these ceramic pans. They're way more expensive, and
Way more
I have
expensive.
to hand wash them, and they
Yeah.
suck. It's
Pain
a
in the butt.
pain, dude. I hate them, but like
Again,
it's a lot better than having plastic
this
and
is
everything.
why we need classes in school that teach you how to properly use a stainless steel pan. Because that's the way to do it. But I can't figure it out. And it burns and sticks. But like, this is why we need to instill, you know. Anita said, in medicine, I've been seeing a real increase in advanced GI cancers in young people.
Yeah.
It's the processed food, the plastic, maybe vaccines, who knows? Nobody knows what's true anymore. I don't
Well,
even know what to believe anymore.
well, here's the thing too is it's just like when we talk about any environmental issue. You know, we try to say like this is happening because the pythons, you know, I work with the pythons down south and the Python project and stuff, or at least I used to. So everybody would be like, "Oh, are the raccoons down because of the pythons?" Well, yes, but also there's a billion other things that we're doing to mess up their environment. You know, so same thing right now with your human health. Your human health is being attacked by every single side. You know, like there's just so many things that we are doing that is messing up our health that it's really hard to pinpoint when you get cancer, what caused it? Was it years of microplastic? Was it years of factory farm disease riddled food? Was it oh my god, using air filters in your house that are plastic? Like,
I saw something really scary the other day, and like, sorry if this is like whatever TMI or whatever, but I saw like the tool that they use for cervical checks for pap smears is coated in like cancer chemicals.
okay, I read up
Why
on
don't
that.
they what did you find?
So the risk is in when that chemical is in gas form.
Okay.
And so from what I read, it shouldn't affect you at all for the way that they're using it.
Okay, because then I was reading the comments and someone's like, I'm a midwife and I've been saying this for years. I do not support. And I'm like, I thought you were supposed to go every year to prevent cancer. Like, you know, I don't know what to believe
Yeah.
anymore.
So that is the problem on all of these topics is you do start to get into the conspiracy side.
Yeah.
But how many conspiracies do we then find out are true? Real, what is not? You know? And so like that's why a moment ago for the microplastics and the phthalates, I was quoting like peer-reviewed, academically published information from a PhD person. That's why I said it like that, so that we are clear. We're not talking about a fringe theory. We're talking about like 100% published material here. But there are also tons of fringe theories that like might have some validity. But then there's also a lot of fear mongering. And then there's an entire industry about making fear mongering content because it gets the views, it gets clicks.
Everybody really likes this live.
Oh, really?
God, it's so nice to have like intelligent people to talk to and
What
not
do you mean?
just
It's just you and me.
like, well, I'm talking to people. I'm reading the comments and it's nice
Oh,
to deal with like not idiots. Like, because there's just so many idiots on Instagram that are saying our alligators are AI and stuff, but and robotic. So it's like just refreshing to speak to people with brains, you know? But yeah, I mean, it's like as a as like a kid or whatever, you would hear about the we would call them like hippies, like the holistic people that are like anti-vax and this and that. And obviously there's extremes and people think in extremes, but like and I'm fully vaccinated. I even had the COVID vaccine. But the more I'm hearing and the more I'm looking into it, I'm like, are they just giving us way more than we actually need? Like, I'm not saying that not having any vaccines is good. Like, we're vaccinated, our dogs are vaccinated, our future kids will be vaccinated so they don't get measles and stuff. But like, are they just injecting us with things that we do not need? That
there's
because if you compare the US vaccines to other countries, it seems like we get like 100 times more. And I
so
never thought I would be that person that's like, oh,
this becomes a super hot politicized topic.
well, that's the
Um,
hard thing. Like, we don't want to be political at all.
yeah, I shouldn't have even said that word
Vaccine.
because people get nuts. Um, yeah. Well, okay. Well, uh, yeah. I don't know if we should even touch that. To be honest with you, you
We
want to
don't
talk
have
about
to.
making people mad?
We don't have to.
This one. But here's the thing: is talking about this will also get you lots of views. People go nuts on this one. Um, yeah. It the problem is it becomes politicized, and then people just dump into camps, and then it's like, and again, that's what you don't want to do. You know, like you don't want anything, no matter what we're talking about, guys. You don't want to become politicized in it, where like you are not open to new information. You are like, this is my side. You don't agree? Well, screw you. You know, like so where I'm at, I'm trying to choose my words carefully because people are insane about this stuff. Um, I've been to countries where you can see the effects on children of lack of vaccination. Vaccines are real. They really help. They save millions of lives.
I agree.
100%.
I
But do I also understand the pharmaceutical industry is a money-making endeavor that does not care about your health and it cares about making money? And that mandating a vaccine means billions of dollars for them. Yes, both things can exist in the same reality. Both things can be true. Don't be stupid where you are in a camp that does not allow you to consider that everything on one side might not be correct.
Heather Jans just sent a $100 super chat.
Thank you.
Don't stop talking about it. All of it. We need loud voices. You both speak from the truth.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I,
Well,
I
so back to that, like, it pisses me off the comments that we get on here when people are like, you vaccinate your dogs. How disgusting. It's like, well, yeah, we live in the freaking woods. You think I'm not going to vaccinate my dog for rabies? Like, even if there's just like a small chance, like, or DHPP or any of that,
yeah.
you know? So people get like nuts. The flea and tick prevention. As somebody that worked in vet med for 10 years, like, I've seen dogs die of heartworm. I've seen dogs get Lyme disease and ehrlichiosis and like all this stuff.
Yeah.
So
Oh, if you don't think vaccines are real, get bit by a rabid animal. Let me
yeah,
know how that goes. Because I've been bitten by a bat that likely had rabies, and I got my rabies vaccine. That's the big one right there. Okay, let yourself get bit by a rabid animal, and then turn away the rabies vaccine post exposure. No one is going to do that. That's the thing. And the problem is it becomes politicized, you know, and then people Politicization involves massive ego because now you are aligned with the side, and then to accept new information means that you are wrong, and I can't possibly, my ego will never let me be wrong. So big middle finger, I will never agree with you, and I will die on that hill, and that is, people just get insane.
Science should not be political, yet here we are, where even important topics are labeled as political.
Yeah, it makes me
It's
scared to even
upsetting.
talk
I
about it,
know. Yeah.
But then, like, again, you have to understand reality's in the middle. This is what I always say all the time, guys. I talk about this with the alligators. People are like, bloodthirsty killing machine, perfectly tamed puppy. Reality's in the middle. Both things are true. Vaccines save lives. Pharmaceutical companies don't care about your life literally at all, and they just want to make money. Both things are true. Okay? So reality's in the middle. That's as real as I can get about it. Again, get bit by a rabid animal and then turn away the post-exposure rabies vaccine. Literally, no one is going to do that. But that same person will be like, I will never take a vaccine in my life. Okay, get bit by this rabid bat. Well, no. What are you going to say to that guy? It's crazy.
So how true do you think it is? And again, I'm so scared. This live is scaring the crap out of me because, like, everything, global warming doesn't exist. But okay, so like, how real do you think it is? Because obviously, we are seeing an increase in temperatures worldwide. That is just science. That is just facts. Do you think stuff's going to start melting out of the ice and like reappear? Like,
oh, you mean diseases?
yes.
Yes.
Like, you think that's
Yes.
100%?
Yes. Now, whether or not those will be diseases that actually affect people, nobody knows.
Like, it could be like the common cold that killed people thousands of years ago, but none.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, it's definitely possible. Well, here's my always favorite one on the whole climate change and everything like that is that well, first you have to understand that science is constantly evolving with new information. And so information that you had before, I've made this discovery based on this and this evidence. It brought me to this conclusion. I say my conclusion, and then everybody's like, okay, so that's now fact. And it's like, no, this is just what I think the conclusion is based on this evidence. Okay, so that's a fact now. We're going to run with this. 5 years later, I gather a lot more data. That conclusion was actually wrong. This is my new conclusion. Oh, so you lied? No, I found new information and no, you're a liar now. Like, this is exactly how the world works in reality. So as soon as you get new information, you change your hypothesis. Everybody says, oh, you're a liar, or you don't know what you're talking about, or you're only changing your story because someone is paying you to do so. And it's like,
think for a while that the Earth was like the center of the universe instead of a sun, instead
yes.
of like a heliotropic. It was
Yeah.
I don't remember the word.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then it was disproven.
Well,
We thought
heliocentric is the sun is the center.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Yeah. Oh, you were hung for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we thought the Earth was.
We thought the Earth was the center.
Yeah.
The running theme on all of this is arrogance and ego.
Science is always changing. Like,
well, yeah, of course. So
did we not think cigarettes were bad for like 30, 40 years?
Well, so the thing is that you do, again, reality is in the middle. Same thing I keep on saying. You do have incredibly wealthy, powerful lobbies that then pay their own scientists to fake the information that they want to go out. So then they can say, oh, well, these scientists over here found this finding because I paid them to find it. And then you have fake science, so like all this stuff gets really complicated and really, really hard. But what I always come back to on climate change and stuff, it's like, well, who are you going to believe? The scientists that are finding out that the climate is getting warmer and they don't have any money and they don't have anything and they're in it for the love of science and education? Or do you believe the other side that is literally the most rich people in the entire world and their very existence depends on these people not being right? Yeah, through oil exploitation. Like, I wonder who has a vested interest in here. The poor guy that's just trying to report on things that he sees in the world to be correct, or the person that makes billions of dollars off of this industry? They definitely couldn't possibly be lying, could they?
Listen, I don't consider myself like an intelligent person. Like I'm not dumb. I'm not dumb, but I don't think I'm like well educated. I would never say I'm well educated, but now like being able to interact with so many people on social media, I'm like, even at my level, I am well educated just because I know basic grammar and understand basic concepts. Like, I can't believe as a I think it's America. I think the problem is with the country. Like, because other
Oh, you
people,
mean like recently defunding education is a bad thing?
well, I just think as a country, like we're getting dumber and dumber.
By
Blink an
design.
eye if me
By design.
who thought Hawaii was an island for 22 years. Wait, Hawaii is an island. Sorry, right?
Hawaii is an
Okay,
island.
so what did I okay, I
You
thought
thought
Alaska
Alaska.
was an island next to Hawaii. Oh my God, for 22 years I thought that. And yeah, like I'm smarter than most of the population. Like that's a problem
Well,
because everyone is saying that like we're well
eh,
educated. I think Chris is incredibly well educated. I don't think I am well
even I'm
educated.
not. It's all, well, for one, smart is relative, you know? Whether or not you're smart is completely relative. It's really easy to be the smartest guy in a room full of dummies.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think I am dumb. I just would not say that like I'm super intelligent. I understand biology and like math and stuff, but like I wouldn't say I am
I get what you're saying.
well traveled or
Yeah, I get what you're
like I
saying.
look at people like Christoph Waltz who speak like 4 languages and just know everything about everything and he's just so smart and well cultured and I'm like I want to be like that. But I
Yeah.
think it's because he wasn't born in America, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's so many different avenues to take on this subject, but yeah, I mean, they are purposefully trying to defund education right now in the United States. Kids are literally dumber and dumber every year right now. They are lowering every year. They're lowering acceptable test scores just for people to be able to pass because they don't want to fail. They're like, I'm sorry, what? Like, it's insane. So yes, we are purposefully by design making the populace dumber and dumber and dumber because dumb people are easier to control. And I mean, this is a fact right now. It is really, really bad.
Well, I think it's bad that uneducated, super uneducated people that don't know anything about anything are allowed to vote to make decisions that affect people that understand what's going on. Like, I think there has to be some kind of like IQ test or I don't know. And we were just, this is like kind of random, but Chris and I were talking about the other day about how there's no accountability for anything. And like on social media, you can just say or do anything and there's no repercussions, which is kind of like the clavicular thing when he was shooting the alligator, where like he should lose access to social media because when you take away his platform, then he's not able to do these things. And
But who decides?
I don't
So
think
this
social
is
media should be just like a privilege or a right for everybody, you know? Like I think that you should have to match your ID and show who you are before you make an account. And I think that you should be held accountable for what you say. And
okay, but then who decides? So in theory,
Kristen, no, we don't buy animals, so we're not going to go out and buy an African crested porcupine.
well, they may
So
not know. You don't need to get
well,
mad
they
at
just
it.
keep asking over and over, and they're like, "Are you
Uh,
buying one or not?" So no, we're
Well,
not buying one. If
keep in
one
mind,
needs
it might be a kid. They might not know.
If one needs a home, then yes, but we don't go and just buy animals like that. Okay, continue.
So in a perfect world, what you're saying is correct, but we don't live in a perfect world. So the problem therein lies in the idea that those who make such decisions have vested interests themselves. And so when somebody comes forward saying something they don't like, then they ban that person and they make up some crap about, oh, you broke this rule or you did this or that. So like that's why free speech is so important. So that's well, the caveat of free speech is the idea that people can say really dumb things and they can get a bunch of other dumb people behind them with their dumb things. And then you run into some really big problems. So that's why critical thinking in education is so important to be able to prevent such a following from happening in the first place. But taking away somebody's ability to have free speech because they are bad will inevitably always be abused by those in power who do not want a whistleblower. So that's the problem you run into on that. So when you have like this clavicular guy who's obviously a piece of crap, he should lose his platform. He's obviously a horrible person. There is no arguing about that situation. But then you enter the slippery slope of censoring free speech. But like, man, you need proper education and critical thinking for the whole free speech experiment to be able to work properly without really dumb people having an army of even dumber people behind them that do really bad things.
It's just so disappointing that people like that get the following. Like, I see all these.
Oh, that guy makes 100K a month?
Yeah, I mean, these stupid,
Whoa.
just desperate, and it's mostly like little boys, like 20-year-old boys that are just so desperate to have a following that they have like no respect for animals or wildlife, and they're just killing everything or swinging things around or just promoting exotic animals as pets. And these are the people that are making millions of dollars. And then you see people like
Us
doing
being
actual,
broke.
well, not even us. We're better off than most people. Like these rehabbers doing incredible work, killing themselves and not making any money and like having to pay out of pocket most of the time. And those are the people that we should be supporting and helping. And then we're just these stupid like animal content creators that have their animals in bare minimum enclosures, and this is who we're like, you're amazing for giving your animal bare minimum. And it's just so upsetting and so like disappointing.
So here,
It's
you
it's
have
depressing.
that's 100% correct. And you have that viewpoint specifically on this topic because you are knowledgeable on this topic, right? That people who are doing the real work and doing the most work are getting no acknowledgement and no monetization for doing the hardest and best work. The people who are attention seeking and just doing things just to get views and get clicks and who are completely unethical and awful are getting the most money and the most views. Take that exact same mentality, now apply that to politics. What do you think's going on there? What you're describing happens in every industry. I guarantee it. So apply that exact same logic to politics.
Yeah.
And those are the people making the decisions that affect everyone's lives every day.
Linda, I see your comments and I appreciate your comments. You're definitely not coming off too strong. Like the engagement has been amazing. This whole podcast or whatever, this whole video, like everyone's been nice and respectful and intelligent. Yes, Kristen, if one was donated, we would take it because we have like an empty enclosure. But like it's hard to answer. Would you ever get this? Will you be getting a new one? Because like we never know what's going to need a home. So if another animal needs a home tomorrow and it would work in that spare enclosure, we would get that instead. Like we're never going out and seeking animals, but we never know what we're going to end up with. So it's definitely possible we will end up with another porcupine.
I'm just pulling hair off of him. Look at that. He loves it. Are you shedding? Yeah, it's summer. He's just shedding so much. Oh, he loves it. Look at his butt.
He's so cute.
Oh, look
Yeah,
at
and I
his butt.
feel like I used to be like more vocal in my young age, and then as I got older, I just don't have the patience anymore to fight with people or argue. But I used to try to call it out and be like, "This is wrong. Don't support that. This is wrong. Don't support that." And then I realized, like, whatever. If your prerogative is to ignorantly like not do your research and support an animal abuser or someone that's just like buying
Over.
and killing all their animals and replacing their animals next week, if that's what you want to support, then that's on you. Like it's not my job to tell you.
I
Like
know. Well, it's just exhausting because then, next week, here's a new kid who just became interested in animals, and so they look up, I like animals. First person that comes up is an unethical YouTuber. They follow him. They don't know any better. And you could have had the chance to tell them that that person is doing wrong and you shouldn't do that.
I mean,
But it
even
happens every single day.
yeah.
There's people in that world. And then you're like, then that's all you're doing. And that is such a negative, not fun experience for us to be in that position. But then you feel an obligation to do it because you want to educate people.
Yeah.
But it is so exhausting.
It is, and it's like disappointing because I've seen
Heck,
like some
guys chill.
some of like
Get your toy. Sorry, I don't want them to fight, you know?
the people that like follow us and they're like, wow, what you're doing is really amazing and like your level of care is incredible and and then like sometimes another video will pop up and I'll see that same person commenting on a terrible animal YouTuber's video, like saying how amazing they are. And I'm like, you see the rust on that cage? Do you see all the poop in the background? Do you see the stagnant water with mosquito larvae in it? Like,
You see that they get a new animal every month just for
after
content
they
creation?
kill, yeah. So it's like, how can you, not to like toot our own horn, how can you see the level of care that we put in compliment us and then go watch someone that's like killing their animals every month and leave them a positive comment? Like, so it's like you obviously don't get it, or obviously you're not appreciating
probably
us as
new
much as
and they don't understand.
I don't know. It's infuriating. It really is.
Well, again, they're probably new to this world and they don't understand yet. And the virality of these unethical content creators can't be understated. You know, I mean, it sucks. And so they're getting the views from people who don't know any better or are not invested enough into the subject to be able to be educated enough to know right from wrong, you know? And again, then it becomes like, oh my God, is it our responsibility to try to educate people on this?
They're not going to listen
It's
anyway.
well, for one, then you get pushback, but for two, it is just so exhausting and like negative for your mental health to just spend all your time because then you feel like all you're doing is bashing somebody, and it's like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
It's you know,
Wild B, just to say I love all that you two do and sent a $10 super chat.
well, thank you so much.
Thank you. It's just frustrating. And it's to the point where I feel like I can't even go on social media because every day there's a new wannabe Tarzan popping up and
Oh my
it's
God.
disgusting and pathetic. And, Clavicular's hanging out with the Cuban Tarzan guy and they have a lemur in a diaper.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, yeah.
I just saw that's who he's with for the
Which
shooting
makes
the gator
sense
thing.
because months ago when he only had like 30,000 followers, I posted a video showing everybody how unethical he was, that he had animals sliding all over his car. Like,
Well, isn't he the guy that was like draping himself in cold stunned iguanas?
yeah. And like put a snake on his neck and like went to the gym and like was punching someone like and the snake is like swinging and these are the people you're supporting and giving clout to, these disgusting people that are not doing anything positive for animals or the planet.
Yeah.
And he was with Clavicular when they shot that alligator and I hope FWC charges both of them.
Yeah.
It's mind-boggling and I don't understand why we're giving them a platform. I don't understand why their
Because
platform's not
most
being
of
taken
those
away.
Well, again, most of those views are coming from people who are not well versed enough in the subject to know right from wrong. They don't understand, you know? They don't realize how bad that is. And so to them, it's just like entertaining. It's wild. Oh my God, this guy's, look at him with a snake around his neck, you know? And it's like, again, it's just people who don't know enough to know how bad the things that he's doing are. It just, yeah.
I feel like we don't get along with a lot of creators just because like we have a lot of different views. Like you're never going to convince me that a monkey in diapers is okay. I'm never going to be okay with that ever. And I can't pretend that I am. And then a lot of people are like, well, that's how they make money or that's like, but I'm not okay with it. And I don't think I should have to be okay with it. I don't think spider monkeys should ever be pets. I don't think they should ever be in a house.
Yeah. But then again, to reference the Matrix, people are going to defend it.
I know. That's why I don't even try anymore.
You know,
I'm convinced that some of these creators could literally chop off a dog's head on live and be like,
it's like you could walk out in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and you wouldn't lose supporters.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, how are you supporting this?
Yeah, no, it's nuts, man. Dude, the flies are back.
The biting flies?
I got one trying to get me right now. It's driving me nuts.
Silent Spring and the Food Inc. people are recommending.
Silent Spring? I don't know that one.
Spring. Any updates on the new owl?
No.
I emailed them last week. I'm like, hey, it's been 2 months now. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. No updates at all. We just got a $9 super chat from Excreum Torium. Thank you. I'm enjoying the philosopher Chris and Gabby every bit as much as rescue Chris and Gabby.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was wondering if people are enjoying this conversation or not.
I think they are. Let's see how many people.
Are we getting a lot of positive?
A lot of, yeah, it's all positive.
Oh, really?
103 people watching. Yeah, it's all positive. It's all positive. Have you been looks maxing, Chris?
Not. Although I can mog on that kid all day. He ain't got nothing.
He's a child.
I'm almost 40 years old.
He's a child. You got to feel bad for him. I mean, he's a total D-bag.
Oh, I know. I do feel bad
because once the looks fade, if all you have are your looks.
I was telling Gabby earlier, it ain't gonna end pretty.
I feel bad.
We were not gonna say more than that, but I'm telling you right now, that whole storyline is not gonna have a happy ending. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
But it is funny to me. It is the irony of like, bro, I'm almost 40 years old.
It's also just really sad that he's putting himself through all of these like insane surgeries. Like he's having jaw surgery to just look better.
That'd be great when somebody cracks him in the jaw.
That's
gonna shatter.
Major surgery. It's sad. Oh my gosh, we just got a $400 super chat.
What?
Thank you. From Nan J. Hall. They've been present and sending super chats the whole
wow.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Nancy from Traverse City, Michigan again. I've been wanting to do this, and after this live, it's the right time. Go out and have an amazing dinner.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I mean, that definitely won't go to a dinner. I'll probably go back in the sanctuary, but thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm going to make him take me out to Chopsticks.
Well, on that note,
you don't have to be quiet. We love your engagement. Linda's afraid that she's commenting too much.
Oh, no, please. I was going to say, that might be the biggest super chat we've ever got, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the biggest super chat we've ever got. Thank you so much. And to compare it to clavicular, this guy is a total horrible person. Put it in nice words. Bro, that guy got a $10,000 chat.
Yeah, but the person that sent it obviously was very not in the right state of mind, probably.
Yep.
Which is sad.
But
it's sad.
Even so, that guy, according to his own, sources, whatever, makes over $100,000 a month on Kick doing live streams. And I'm like, bro, how? I don't understand.
But it's like selling your soul.
Who is supporting that?
Like, would you sell your soul and be a horrible person for $100,000 a month?
No, that's not what I'm saying. My point is like, no, quite literally, who is paying that?
Somebody that's not in their right state of mind.
I guess so. I can't wrap my head around that. Who? What am I, an owl? Like, I just cannot understand.
I mean, the viewers are the people with the power. Like, so what I'm trying to train my algorithm.
Bam, fierce over there.
If I see videos that I don't like, I will block the page and because I don't want to see that.
That's what I've been trying to do.
You can train your algorithm, so don't support it.
Doesn't work on Facebook, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Well.
Dude, on Facebook, all I get, you like alligators? Here's a bunch of people shooting alligators every single day. You like animals? Here's a bunch of people hunting them.
Is she trying to play with Bam and Bam's not having it?
Seems like it. That's all my algorithm is. You like this? Here's somebody killing the thing you like. Makes me nuts. Horrible. Bam, you little gremlin.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so...
Can you guys hear Bam?
It's so hard and disappointing to see what people will defend. Even the airboat captain that took those two out who were shooting the alligator like that. You're an airboat captain, you understand the Everglades, you understand, this is your business. And then you're letting them shoot a bunch of lead bullets into the carcass of an animal that other animals are probably going to eat. It's going to sink into the environment.
He's out there for the clout.
And why aren't we canceling him?
Well,
and then he does a BS apology and...
To play devil's advocate, maybe he didn't know that was going to happen. Maybe he didn't know who these people are, you know? Yeah, I mean, that's one that like, I feel like, we've run into before too, is like, you don't have time to do a background check on everybody you work with. So like if you get an offer, hey, I'll pay you this much to work with me for the day. We get those all the time. And I'm like, sure. I don't have time to do a full scale background check on every person. And so we have, made mistakes in the past of working with people that we now know to not be cool because we didn't know any better. And they seem nice at the time and they want to work with you. And you're like, okay, cool. Like, bro, I don't have time to do a full background check on every single person who comes into my life.
I mean,
So
that's true.
that does happen. Absolutely. And especially if that guy issued an apology and he realizes,
I don't know if he issued an apology.
oh,
I know that people were saying that, or defending it.
oh,
Other unethical people were defending it.
yeah.
Like the person who got fired for shooting a horse, like was defending it. Like he's a good guy. It's like, oh, that's coming from you. Like I don't
Maybe
believe
he
it.
is a good guy. Again,
I don't know.
I don't know, but
I don't
you
know.
do run into these situations, and then like a lot of people, they just see the follower count and they just see dollar signs, they just see the clout,
I've never been like that, and I don't understand. And it just, again, it's like one of the reasons we don't really go to these meetup events or these animal fundraisers or like collab with other people. I'm not the kind of person that can just put on a happy face and pretend that I'm okay with what you're doing just because you have a lot of money or just because you have a lot of cool animals. Because anybody can buy cool animals. Like, I don't care about that. I care about your enclosures. I care about how you're treating your animals. Because, like, you can buy the coolest animal ever. And if it's in a 10 by 10 box, I'm not going to have any respect for you, you know? And I see these other creators just supporting people with a lot of money, even though they are terrible human beings, terrible to other people, terrible to animals. I,
yeah.
it's so
Well,
disappointing.
here's the other problem with
Like
that.
felony charges are just okay now, right? Like we're just supporting people that have felony charges. Like, oh, like, okay, all right.
Well, okay, here's the problem with that too, though, is at some point in this industry, it means you don't have any friends, which is
Which is
where,
okay.
well, I know, but it sucks. Like it's just like
You can't have friends in this industry.
it's like how do you even want to say that? Like you run into everybody is doing something bad, and then like you realize, you learn it, and then you're like, man, like we can't even hang out with anybody now. I don't want to go to any of the events that do support conservation because there's so many people there who are bad that I don't want to see, and it sucks.
That's where we're at.
And that's where we're at.
Yeah. I mean, we have friends that aren't in the animal industry, and that's way better.
Or I am at least I am cordial with quite a few different people. I don't like some of the things they do, and I'm really not a fan of some of the things they do, but I think that like
They're
they're
nice people.
they're nice people, they're a decent person, and like, or I'm in situations where I'm like, I have to work with them. I'm working with this guy who is friends with this guy, and I don't like this guy, but I like this guy and he likes this guy. And so what am I supposed to do? Tell this guy I do like that I'm not going to work with him anymore? Like,
Well,
and then at the end of the day, then you're just in a room by yourself and you have no one to work with. You have nothing. Like,
it's also hard though because I feel like every time you go to these events, it's just people wanting things from you. Like, when can I come and like feed your gators and crocodiles? And it's like that's not what we do here. Like, we are legitimately just letting animals chill, be in peace. Like, this isn't for you to come and harass them and film for your content. I don't know.
it, it gets,
Better, and it's like I just have different ethics. I don't
and
think
then
it's
you run
fair.
into a purity contest too.
Yeah.
That's also bad. Then you're going to have people who are more pure than us. I handle alligators. I'm the devil. We've run into that plenty of times.
Yeah.
Oh, you get in the water with your alligators? Why would you do that? You're awful.
Yeah.
So it becomes a purity contest, and you don't want to do that either. So that's why, like, I try to be cordial with people, even when I don't agree with them. But there's varying degrees of like, what will I still consider acceptable? Like some people are irredeemable by their actions, and I will not be cordial with that person. But other people, it's kind of a gray area, and I'm like, well, definitely not friends with that guy, but I'll remain cordial with him because I know he's not an evil person. He's not doing things that I would consider irredeemable, but he's definitely doing things I don't like. And yeah, again, like you're going to paint yourself into a corner where now you have no contacts with anybody in this industry because of that, you know? It's complicated.
It is complicated. I don't know. I think it's good to have things that you stand for. And like, I feel very deeply about things and I'm not willing to compromise, you know?
Well, again, depends what you're talking about. How bad is it?
I'm not going to be friends with you if you have a spider monkey that you're dressing up in clothing.
Well, yeah.
Sorry. I cannot get with that. I'm never going to be okay with that. I don't even have the, um, I guess, the patience to pretend.
But then you have people saying the same thing about me
And that's, I
because
mean,
I handle gators barehanded. What? You get in there and you handle them
yeah.
with your hands? That is unsafe. I mean, obviously, we're not doing anything unethical, but people absolutely think that I'm insane and that what I do is completely unsafe. And by filming what I do, I am promoting a lack of safety mentality to people who are watching me. And so people hate me for that reason. What about them? You know, again, you don't want to get into this purity contest crap, you know?
Yeah.
So like there are hard lines of actions that are irredeemable, like I was just saying, but then you also need to be generally cordial and understanding that people do things differently than you, and it doesn't necessarily mean that they're an evil person.
I just know that I don't want to be associated with like the pet tuber animal content creators. I want to be associated with like the people rescuing animals and doing rehab. Like I want to be friends with, and I am like rehabbers and people on like the rescue side. I don't want this. Oh, I have a pet tiger. Look how cool I am. I have a pet like I don't know. I don't want to be lumped in with that.
Well, yeah, neither do I. But
And I
then
feel like sometimes we are, and it really upsets me.
I don't think we are.
You don't think so?
I don't think we are. But you know, I think sometimes people also need to grow and learn on their own, and that sometimes things like that are a phase. You know, I remember a young Gabby who wanted to buy a lot of animals when
Hmm.
I first met you.
Yeah.
And what did I do? You got really mad at
Oh,
me.
I hated you. You were so annoying. I thought you thought you were so much better than me.
It's exactly
And
what's happening right
again,
now.
guys, there is nothing wrong with buying animals. It's when you're buying animals every single month, and then as soon as you kill an animal, you're replacing that animal. Like that is where we have the problem. Like there's an ethical way to do
Oof.
it.
Just had a bug fly in my ear. I'm gonna get
You know, if
PTSD.
you love a kinkajou and you've been researching and you've always wanted a kinkajou and you're going to give this kinkajou an amazing life and you understand that when it inevitably gets aggressive when it hits sexual maturity and you're still going to give it an amazing life, sure. But like if you're going to buy it and dress it up like a baby and then when it attacks you, shove it in a little cage and try to dump it on a sanctuary, I have a problem with that.
Well, yeah, but do you get what I'm saying? Think about you meeting your younger self right now. What would you say to your younger self?
Wouldn't be good things.
That's what I'm saying.
Wouldn't
You
be
have to
good
have
things.
understanding that people do need room to grow and
Yeah.
that you need the guidance of someone who is amazing to help you along the way, Gabby. You're welcome. I've created this entitled monster before me. Yeah.
I hated you. You're so annoying. Because
Yeah.
every time I'm like, look at
Because
this
you were
really,
so inured in the
dude,
system.
I got the
You were
cool.
part of the matrix.
I remember I got this really cool frog. I'm like, oh my God, look how amazing this frog is. I've always wanted it. Look at my setup. And he's like, that makes me so sad. I've seen those frogs in the jungle. A lot of those frogs are captured and I'm like, can't you just be happy for me and my frog? I was so upset. And you were right. You were right. And then years later, I saw the same frog with nose rub, and it was so skinny because it was imported at a reptile expo, and then we went to Peru and we saw them in the wild, and yeah.
Yeah.
But it gets hard when this is people's, that's what people say. This is people's livelihood. This is people's business. This is how they make money. It's like, but I don't think you should be making money on the back of the animals when the animals are suffering.
Yeah, but
Like,
also you have to learn to not be so hostile towards someone who is your younger self. Because
ugh,
I was
yeah,
not hostile towards you. I tried to educate you and I did. And you were mad at me just for that gentle education that I gave you.
it's
Meanwhile,
true.
you are very hostile towards someone who shares the same values as your younger self.
It's true.
You need to understand that people have the chance to grow. Now, when somebody's been doing it for a long time and they refuse to grow, okay, maybe they're a bad person. But when somebody just comes into this world and they're new, they don't know enough, they're not educated enough, you can try to gently educate them as I did for you.
Yeah.
We want to change minds, not make people double down on the
That's what I
bad
say to you
things.
about the vegetarian stuff. And you're like, I don't care. You get like
Oh, no, I
aggressive.
was
And
not
like
trying to change
you're gonna
minds.
turn people off.
Well, yeah, preaching to the choir, baby. Preaching
Listen,
to the
I
choir.
ain't perfect. I know I'm not perfect. I know I have flaws and I will admit it. Like, yeah. I also think it's so hard to have patience and to see, to try to look at it through like that mindset when just every time you go on social media,
Well, when
it's
it's at
just
scale,
that's what it is. So
for
then
us, that's
everyone
what's
gets lumped in together and I won't even give people a chance.
what makes it hard, really hard, is when it's at scale at the level we're at. When it's just like, oh my God, this is never ending. How many times do I need to explain the exact same thing? Well, when you gain new followers every day, that means it's every day. And it is infuriating. And like, you have to have the patience to deal with it. And it's just like, oh my God, here we go down this same exact road again, And like, and then you're like, I don't want to argue with this person. And I'm going to sit here and argue with this person and finally get them to see the light and get them to understand what they're doing is bad. And then here's 100 more of the same people I got to deal with over again. And it is exhausting, guys.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, it also puts you in a really awkward position. Like,
Is
especially,
Maleficent's water on?
is it overflowing? I think I forgot to turn it off. Yes. Because I refreshed her water today.
How long has this been on?
A couple hours.
Oh, that's great.
Yep. Is it super
Oh,
flooded?
yeah.
Yep. I'm sure she's having a great time. Super
Yeah.
flooded.
I was just sitting there and I look over and I'm like, it looks pretty wet over there.
Yeah, well. Callistia sent us a $2 super chat and said, Chris and Gabby, I agree with y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, what I was saying is it just gets super awkward, when there are people doing things that like we 100% do not like agree with whatsoever. And they want to like collab. Like, how do you nicely say, you know,
And again, what if that person just needs guidance? What if that person is doing wrong because no one has told them it's wrong and they don't realize it and they just need help?
we
And
are a
instead,
charity for animals, not for people. That's where I'm at.
yeah, I mean, it's hard because you're like, uh, and when you tell people they're doing something wrong, nobody wants to hear that. Nobody ever wants to be told they are wrong and they should change what they're doing. And most people's reaction to being told they're wrong is to become mad and double down on what they're doing because ego again. And then you're in a battle and trying to convince them. And again, it is exhausting and it's not fun.
We don't pay for water. We own a well. We just pay for electric, and the well is running at all times for the gators. So something like that doesn't matter, and it's not going to affect our bill because the well is literally running all the time. How deep is the well? really deep,
Yeah,
like 200 feet.
260, I think.
Eric sent a $2 super chat. Can you make a video at Flamingo Marina?
Thank you.
We live like 7 hours from there.
Yeah, no, I used to all the time with the crocodiles down there at Flamingo Marina. I've definitely done lots of photos of them. I don't remember if I ever did a video there, but I definitely did tons of photos of the crocodiles there at Flamingo.
Thank you, Sean.
Got squirrels being crazy up there.
We still have light. You want to keep going, or do you want to? How are you feeling?
What time is it?
7.
7?
I have to move it over. 102 people watching.
Yeah.
The follower count is right where the sky is, so I can't see it unless I move it over.
I mean, it is good to be right here and be able to see the birds and make
Yeah,
sure
it is. How are they doing?
they're just running around, which is okay.
No, we had like a really, really late lunch, so I don't think we're gonna have dinner. Right?
Yeah, I
Are
don't.
you hungry?
No. Yeah, talk all this food talk. Uh, usually I only eat twice a day. Um,
Hi, Ocala.
talking about overeating and stuff. Oh, here's one talking about the food stuff. Sugar, dude, sugar's so bad, and like we became convinced because of lobbyists and whatnot that like sugar was okay and fat was what was bad, and it's really sugar is really really bad.
Are they
So
just playing or?
I don't know. That one didn't sound good. I think we should let Pebbles and Summer back out
Yeah, we can.
for at least for the night.
Yeah, I think that it's going to be better to make them their own separate enclosure personally.
But anyways, where I was going with that is I definitely try to limit my sugar intake, but like no doubt about it, man, I love sweets. I love sugary stuff. Like it's like my favorite. And
You have that smoothie bowl.
what's that?
Every night you have that smoothie bowl. You think that's good?
I cut the fruit out.
What is it?
Now it's just almond milk, protein powder, granola, and honey.
That tastes good?
Not nearly as good as having all of those million blueberries in there. So I used to make it with blueberries and acai.
But that's natural sugar.
It is, but
I wouldn't do the acai. I would just do the blueberries.
it's still sugar. So like I cut that out, and I'm like, man, that sucks. I still have it every once in a while, but like, yeah, and that's just me trying to limit my sugar intake.
You want to talk about sugar? If you guys live by an Eliano's, you want to taste the best thing you've ever tasted? Is it just called Eliano's Coffee?
Yeah,
Eliano's?
the
It's
place.
just, yeah, just a little drive-through place.
And we
but
get the Tuscany toffee.
the Tuscany Toffee blender or freezer.
But if you
whatever
get
it's
that
called.
once a week, that's not.
Oh, it's so good. It's incredible.
That's less sugar than the peanut butter.
Crunch blender? Wow, that's crazy.
It's less sugar.
Yeah, that's nuts. Even at Dunkin', like we don't really drink coffee like out because, well, for
We
what
don't
we
go
don't.
out.
Yeah, we don't leave the house. We have nowhere.
Oh, but every time we leave the house, we want to always go. Yeah, like
Yeah.
those frozen coffee, like dessert coffees, are so good. So like, try to have that only like once a week.
Yeah, everything in moderation.
But yeah, I mean it's hard, man. Like today, like every time I go in the house, I look and I walk by and I look at a cabinet and I'm like, I want something. And I'm like, nope, go back outside.
I try not to buy junk food because I'm the same way.
Yeah,
If I see it, so like I just cannot buy it.
I know.
Like we don't really buy soda. We don't buy juice.
Well, yeah, so that's the best way to limit
Like
your
it.
sugar intake is limiting sugary drinks. So most people drink their sugar, not eat it. So yeah, getting rid of soda, Unfortunately, a lot of juices have a massive amount of sugar added, you know, but so it sucks. So like I'm trying hard to limit my sugar intake.
Yeah.
And we don't, you know, like I work out, but it's mainly, you know, weightlifting kind of stuff. Weightlifting, like, well, it's mainly calisthenics, but either way, it's not necessarily cardio. Like I don't really do that much cardio, um, which is what you really need to burn off that sugar, you know, when I don't do that much of it. So like I'm really trying to limit the amount of sugar intake I have. No, 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 no. Do not wipe that on me. You're so bad about this.
I don't think the artificial sweeteners are good for you, from what I've heard, like stevia and stuff. I don't think
I
that's good for you.
So that's another one of those things where it's like conspiracy theories say that stuff is super bad for you, but the data doesn't really show that it's that bad for you. But then that data is influenced by lobbyists that want to make money by selling those things. So it's like, I don't know. I'm going to err on the side of caution.
Do you hear the baby owl?
Yeah, you hear it out there?
It's starting up. It's calling
Yes.
for food.
So I don't do any of the,
You hear it?
yeah, I don't do any of the fake sugars.
Stevia is natural from the stevia plant.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if you're gonna do one, I think that's pretty good. But like diet sodas with like aspartame, that's can't be good for you.
Yeah. They don't taste good anyway. I just drank the full sugar Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I don't really drink much soda. What do I have soda like once a month? But yeah. Any questions? No, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. It's starting to rain again, and we got to do the night feeding. So,
Oh, well, let's put the memory cards in the beaver cameras and lower the beaver cameras.
yep. Well, I was going to give everybody a chance to get last questions in, guys. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. If you've enjoyed this extended philosophical conversation, consider sending a super chat and supporting your favorite creators.
Are you going to leave this up?
Hmm?
Are you going to leave this up or delete this one?
I leave them all up. Gabby wants me to delete everything in case I say anything that offends people.
Well, I mean, it's one thing like on the live when people are engaging, but after the fact, I feel like all the really dumb people come out. People that like don't even follow.
Well,
Did
it's a
you
good thing I
block
don't
that
read the
woman today?
comments.
Did you block that woman I screenshotted and sent you today? That woman, I told her she needs to be punched in the mouth.
Yeah, you
She
shouldn't
left,
say that.
oh, she needs to be. Every comment that she's ever left on Chris's page is calling him a moron and saying to leave Timothy's food bowl alone. It's like, if you feel that strongly about it, how about you open up your own sanctuary? You adopt Timothy, and then you can leave his food wherever you want it. We're getting lots of comments now. Thank you, Chris and Gabby. Have a lovely evening. Have a fantastic night.
Thank you. Thank you.
Leave the videos up. We enjoy watching the replay live streams. The dumb people won't watch this playback for long.
That is true.
Gabby, I adore you and your comments. Thank you for supporting my bad habits. Thank you, guys. Oh, yeah. Are we watching The Matrix today?
Watching what?
The Matrix?
Maybe.
Or like, how long is it? We can maybe start it today and
Yeah. I like.
we're going to play video games.
You're always like that. I like to watch movies in segments.
I don't.
I know.
I like to watch all at once.
That's why I'm surprised you just suggested that.
Well, because I know that's how you are. Yet Timothy does not have a thought in his head. This woman is so concerned about Timothy's well-being, saying Chris is harassing him by not giving him the food bowl like crazy. Did you watch the second and third Matrix movies?
I did, yeah.
Or were they good or as good?
The first is the best, of course. Second is okay. Third, I literally don't even remember. Yeah.
The only way to understand the Matrix is by experiencing it.
The first one is amazing. And then the other ones are kind of like,
And speaking of amazing movies, if you guys haven't seen Hoppers yet, it's my new favorite movie.
Yeah, it's really
so
good.
cute. It's like a kids movie, but like it's for adults. I think adults would appreciate it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
It
No,
was amazing. The message is amazing. It was so funny, and I don't really laugh out loud a lot. I was laughing out loud.
that was really good.
And Anita Parker just sent a $20 super chat.
Thank
you
you.
so much. Highly recommend Hoppers.
Like, he just wants me to pull all of his shedding
We'll
hair.
do that before he gets his new bed because he's gonna make it disgusting.
That's what I'm doing. Look at him, he loves it.
He loves that. Clover's just over there eating grass. Dude, he's shedding so much.
I know, look at this.
Oh my gosh, he needs to be showered and brushed. Oh, Gala, you're so cute. He's a good boy. He's so handsome.
There's so much hair coming
Oh
out.
my gosh. We still have 101 people on.
Oh, if I aggressively pet him, look at him. Oh, he loves
He
it.
loves it. He's so
Look at all that
happy.
hair flaking off.
Oh, he's so happy.
Oh.
Nessie is great. She's being moved in a week. We have Dr. Colbert coming. George coming. So maybe we can go live with George since everybody loves George and his antics.
Let's see if George gets attacked by an emu and screams again. What's on your face? What is this, Clovey?
Clover is looking
Clovey.
extra thick.
Thickums.
I think she's still the chicken.
Thickums. Oh,
thickums.
thickums. Oh, whoa, whoa,
He
whoa.
looks like a loaf of bread. Callie doesn't know what's going on. You guys hear Bam?
Oh, he's excited.
Callie's howling too. He's never howled before. That's the first time.
No barking. We're not barking. We're howling. We are howling, not barking. And people love that.
Everybody loves George being screaming and being attacked.
All right. Is that it then? Yeah?
It's up to you.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and go do the night feeding and stuff. And thank you so much, everybody who tuned in.